Welcome to game number 1 of Numudan versus Avely. This is part of the Elite Classic, and this is kind of a bonus match. It's the best of 5 with the winner of this qualifying for the main event. It did not get played on Sunday. There was a delay for one reason or another, but here we are. We're going to catch it. We watched all those games on Sunday, so we'll finish them out here. Numudan versus Avely, French versus English classic matchup. Two of the first civs most players try out when they join Age of Empires 4 for the very first time. And we've got Avely playing as the French and Numudan playing as the English. And the map you're going to see here, not your average ladder map. This is Rocky Canyon. So we've got some boulders in the middle. You might see some water on the minimap, but don't worry. This is a purely land tournament, so there aren't any fish or deep water fish or anything like that. So it's just going to be classic land and fighting it out. So we've got Avely down here. He's getting his gold and food already. Now for the French, like to move out to their deer later on. You can see Avely's got access to his deer up here to the northwest, and another one far to the northeast. Sometimes French will go for a little trading strategy. We do have a trade post here in the corner, but kind of towards the middle. So it's not the easiest thing to trade with, and trading versus English could be a little challenging, but I would imagine in this matchup, Avely will be trying to put a little bit of pressure here on Numudan. Both these players playing very excellently so far through this tournament, obviously making it to this round, this best of 5, and either one of them fully capable of advancing to the main stage this coming weekend. And if you haven't got it on your schedule already, the Elite Classic will be taking place for the very first day this Saturday. So make sure you've got your calendars marked. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when that should be starting. I won't be casting the events this weekend. I was going to, but I've got some prior commitments. But I'm sure I'll catch you all along the way for one of the Elite Classic games, if even it is not this weekend. And there you have it, Numudan dropping down the Council Hall. He's not going to go for the king or anything crazy like that. Now, the deer openings have been very popular in a lot of these matchups, but these deer are pretty far away, and it's, this would be quite a walk, not to mention you're probably going to be getting raided soon by some knights or horsemen here the next age, so you're not going to go for those quite yet. Avely putting down the School of Cavalry, so no trade tricks here. This is about as standard of Age of Empires as you can get. If you are still figuring out how to play the game or picking it up, English and French is very user-friendly. I mean, the builds you see these guys doing right now, you could do this, rinse and repeat just about every game. I think most games we observe, we see French going for their sheep, 3 on gold, dropping the School of Cav. English, you see them going for that Council Hall, barracks in transition. You're going to see some spearmen and longbows coming out, and then we'll have a little bit of this action. Looking forward to it. Numudan transitioning some of his villagers over to wood. You could actually see he pulled his vills off of gold. Speaking of gold, look at this spawn. He's got 2 golds and a stone right there. Wow. Talk about a spot you could either pressure, or maybe a second town center would go beautifully over here, or a keep later. Who knows? I don't think... I mean, Avely's got something similar to smaller gold veins nearby each other, but not as crazy as that one. There you go. We've got the next age reached, starting with that Royal Knight. Of course, the French have access to those earlier knights, unlike most civilizations that do not. And Numudan doing what most pro players are going to do as soon as his opponent has reached the second age. He's running by with the scout. So see this? He knows what's going on. He can see how many vills are on gold, food, wood. Most importantly, he's looking to check out this stone to see, is he gathering for a second talent center? As of right now, he sees no. And that's just something you can all do in your games. When your opponent reaches an age, no matter what it is, run by with the scouts, see what they're doing, and it can help you make the right counter. But not a huge surprise here, other than he's just seeing what he's doing as far as his economic strategy. Thanks for the pogs in the chat, EGC TV. I've got to be my own observer here today, like a peasant. Unbelievable. I think we do okay, though, observing and moving the mouse at the same time. That's the only thing that's like a little bit of a challenge sometimes when you're observing and you have or when you're casting and you have an observer is, you know, the camera's not always going to go exactly where you want it to go. But sometimes the observer also helps catch things that you would otherwise not see, so that's quite nice. But I personally think the observer has a harder role than the casters. Because there's no getting up and stretching while you're casting or your co-caster's going or whatever it might be. Knight's going in, but not able to get any value there. He did get a smack on one. I think he killed one longbow, I think I saw during that. But forced maybe a little bit of idle time, but overall didn't get anything with that knight. And it looks like that little wall on the backside of his base was able to defend himself. Pretty nice spawn for him compared to his opponent. Avely is not so easily able to put, you know, a tiny wall segment to defend his wood line. But Numudan bringing his spearmen and longbows kind of in this position. He's watching to see where those knights might show up. So he's just kind of trolling this area, making sure the knights aren't going to pop in. Now they could sneak around this corner, and that's exactly what you're going to see. Look at that, Avely. He's listening, going in there with the knight, going to look to get a charge off, one hit. And since they updated how the charge works on the knight, it is much easier to get those villager snipes. I know for those of you who hate playing against royal knights, it's even easier for them to kill your villagers now. But there we go. Those two villagers survived, but they went down to about half HP. Numudan has got some villagers, 12 villagers on the wood line. Still no stone, so no TC indication here. Just making his longbows and a spearman as he's moved across the map. With his scout, he can kind of see what's going on, and he's probably going to take some shots with his longbows. It has enough to kind of defend this. Maybe he'll poke in at these woodvilles. The woodvilles actually moving around to the other side. A smart choice so they don't get picked off, although they could go around to the other side. So he's going to keep watching. But both players kind of just positioning right now, trying to see what is going on. Okay, so we've got the town center. How many sheep do you have left under there? He's got a few, but that's only gonna last so long. But English, of course, he'll be going to farms. That's not a big deal. Now, 7 villagers to stone at about the 7-minute and 30-second mark. So this can only indicate one thing: he's going for a second town center. So Numudan's looking to stay in this age for the foreseeable future. Let's see if Avely is doing anything of the sort. Not seeing any stone from him yet. One archery range. He has moved around to the side. Another lumber camp. Yeah, he's just really circling around that thing. Looks like Avely is kind of backed off. He's protecting his villagers, making sure longbows don't get any raid in on them. And I don't know. It could be very potential. Lots of potential. This could be a longer one. Both these civilizations very much like playing into the later stages of the game. I think English is a little stronger into the late game. English is just such a strong civilization. But for the French, they're doing just fine too. Now, he needs to probably scout this. He does not know about the second town center. He could have suspicions. He probably will at some point scout what's going on here. But it would not be good for Avely to not scout that second TC. But of course the French, they train their villagers faster than other civilizations, so you can see even on his 1 TC he's on, he is quite ahead right now, so he'll be fine as far as the villagers counts are concerned. Let's see where he decides to drop down that TC. I think he might go for the sheep, or for the deer almost. He's kind of looking like, yeah, that looks to be where he's going. Gonna put TC out here in the open. I feel like if the French see this, they're gonna be licking their chops because there's no really like wood lines around this to prevent, you know, knights running in from all corner or raiding this to death if this army moves away. And that'll be the question. Numudan needs to keep his army pretty much stationed with these villagers, otherwise could risk some raids poking in, and those knights aren't going to care a ton about that town center fire. Okay, now he did just see the stone outcropping, and for players of this level, even though there's no villagers gathering right now, you see that, you can click on it and see, okay, you know, 1200 minus whatever, he has enough for a town center, so he knows exactly what's going on. Now it's a matter of where, and you, in most cases, you assume this town center is going to drop somewhere near the deer, if not by a wood or gold line, and he already kind of scouted that to golden wood, so he probably has suspicions that there is a town center over here. We see his army already moving into position. Look at the army count, pretty even for both players, but do consider that those knights are going to be higher value than that English army. But English, very good turtling civilization. Of course, they provide that network of castles bonus when their units are nearby fighting. So you hear that little ding, 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 ding going on with the bell, and their units get a little attack speed bonus. So when he moves out here, he's taking a little bit more of a risk, but he does have his scout. Taking use of that scout to make sure he doesn't take a poor engagement, doesn't want to get surrounded or anything like that. So we're going to send that scout forward just a little bit, see what's going on. He sees the archer, has suspicion there's probably an army nearby, and going to position this now. Avely, he scouted that second TC. He went for his own second TC, and should be able to stay ahead in this villager game, but doesn't have this yet. Here comes that French army. I think he has enough archers. I don't know. He might have enough archers to take this. Where are his knights? Oh, they're going in for a raid right now. So we got a raid across the map right now. Archers defending against the longbows. Knights move in, and he's going to get several villagers. 1, 2, 3 villagers go down. Look at that. Blink of an eye. Very quickly. 5 villagers total that Avely's been able to raid. And look at that villager count. He is ahead. Now he has his own second TC. He's going to be in a beautiful spot. And we see he's getting Oriculture. Wait, why did he get that? He just went to the deer. I mean, that's going to help his berry gathering and sheep, but he's out of sheep. I thought he would get survival techniques. I wonder if he meant to queue up survival techniques, because that would help his deer. Interesting. Well, it'll be still good in the long run. Numudan out gathering deer. A rare sight sometimes. English, like, using the map and eating deer coming out of their base. Wild. Okay, Longbow's hunting down the knights because he knows he has the spearmen to defend. Avely sitting in a nice villager position and army, but numbers are relatively close, all things considered. And he's just trying to corner those knights, but they're just going to keep running around is what we're going to see here. Yep, running back and forth, and they're healing. So Numudan's trying to take out the scout, because if he can kill the scout, he could stop those knights from knowing where his army is that's positioning all around. But at this point, it looks like Avely's just going to run all the way back home. He was able to snipe out the scout, but ultimately those knights are going to escape. Archers in a defensive line formation here in the front. And that's going to kind of be the stage here, I think, for a bit. It doesn't look like Numudan really has a force that he's looking to push with. We don't see him going for siege engineering, rams, anything of that nature. He's just set himself up for the next age. Some more houses coming down, getting some gold. I think we're going to see him aging up here. On the other side, Avely, similar thing. You don't see more archery ranges. We just got one of each. He did have a second stable at some point. He is, by the way, just now getting those survival techniques. Is able to get a villager, maybe a second one here. Oh my gosh. French is so good at picking off villagers. Even better than before. Avely charging in, gets another one. Oh my gosh. The raids will haunt. Raids will haunt. He stops that wall from going up. It was supposed to protect him from the raids, not destroy him. This is how I feel every time I build a wall. I'm like, I'm being smart, gonna prevent this from happening, and then you like lose 2-3 villagers in the process. Longbows, pick off a knight. Not a trade you like to see if you're playing as the French here. Avely, several archers in his base, knights as well. And for now, going to be just kind of chilling on his side of the map. Looks like he's got a lot of wood, by the way. 1k wood, a little bit of a, maybe chopped a little too much, unless he's got some massive plan. Could throw down some infrastructure maybe in transition here, but he's about to click up. We're gonna see him aging up, likely with that Royal Institute. There we do see some archer ranges come down. Maybe we'll see a keep here. This would be a beautiful spot to build your keep and build around it, as the French like to do. And yes, the Royal Institute being built right now. Numudan about to drop down his landmark as well, we can see. Now that Royal Institute is going to have some unique techs for the French. Most importantly, going to be the royal bloodlines, which helps the knights out significantly. So he doesn't really want to lose these right now, doesn't want to commit, because he wants to wait till that tech comes in. He's going to be coming in here, going for a raid, then probably backing off. Numudan, at this point, should anticipate this. We see the King's Palace being dropped down. Avely sees that, knows exactly what his age up status is. This is going to beat him to the castle age. And Numudan actually has to delay that. He backs it into his farm line. And we got the French army pushing. Yeah, he doesn't want to just overcommit there on his landmark, it looks like. But that's a lot of idle time. We've already mentioned all the villages he's been able to pick off, but that idle time really adds up too. Longbow's in position now to defend. Knight's going to back off. They're just going to keep doing this, but I don't think Avely is going to overcommit on this, other than taking some villagers, though. A very nice thing. Actually, a smart move. I mean, he doesn't need these archers in the long run. They're not super important. I mean, he's trying to pick off the spearmen, but he can replace these. Killing these villagers is extremely high value. Okay, he's picking off the longbows. Charges in with the knights. Now, mind you, he doesn't have his upgrade yet. He still's got another 10 seconds till it comes in, so he doesn't really want to lose these knights. Smart, he doesn't overcommit with that. Now, he did kind of sacrifice his archers to do that, but you can see the eco count. He was able to get some kills. The only thing that stinks is he doesn't really have any way to deal with these spearmen now. So Numudan can kind of push a little bit here. If he can get his wall off, which he is, he needs to put a wall segment there as well. See villagers waiting. He looks like they're going to go for the boar, but he needs to finish this wall. Otherwise, Avely might just run around. But Avely now in the castle age, dropping down a monastery so he can start grabbing those relics. And we're also seeing those farms spread on out. So he is doing a farm transition of his own. Kind of on the front, though. So if there's an English offensive that starts to get good, that'll be right in his food line. So sometimes this is a risk. He's saving himself walking time versus like coming back here to farm. Another way to think of it, though, is if your army's like mid-map, it's easier to defend your economy if they're closer towards mid. So give or take. He's going for the second tier ranged upgrade at the blacksmith, so he can deal with those longbows a little easier. Running in right now with his knights is going to get a pick on that villager. Royal bloodlines, we told you about that text, on the way. So he's going to be prepared with his cav to just go for raids. Oh my gosh, he could hit that. Where is Numudan's spearman? Oh my gosh, this is going to be big. Oh man, how many villagers will he get? 1, 2, 3. All things considered, it could have been worse. Could have been worse, but Numudan continues to bleed villagers here. Now, he is on 3 town centers, essentially, since he did age up with the King's Palace for the English. So he's on 3 TC. He's got his gold nice and safe. Got some stone there as well. He just needs to finish that wall. That first villager dying should have been the indicator to get his food bills back. Okay, we've got Royal Knights backing off for now. Back on the southeast side, we've got the French player still on berries over there, and then farming on the top left. He did get actually his tier 2 farming upgrades is what we're seeing. Wait, did he get it? I don't think so. He only got 1. Yeah, he only got 1 so far. Yeah. The UI is a bit misleading sometimes if you're on the wrong perspective. Okay, longbows and spearmen guarding. He does have a tower, so that gives him a little more line of sight of where these raids are coming from. You can see this now. He can really see what's going on. Very close to grabbing that relic, but not today. Not today. If those were knights, this would be a bigger problem. I guess not because of the spearmen. He's actually going to trap them inside. That's one way to do it. And Numudan, of course, has had to sink a considerable amount of villager seconds into building these walls, right? Coming out here, coming in here, running back. He is getting the boar, so that's a nice advantage for the food gathering. I don't think, yeah. Avely has not gone for the boar yet. I'm not sure if he will. He might take those guys and go for that boar. He could, but I have a feeling he might just drop down farms next since he's already been kind of making a farm transition. Sometimes it's easier just to have your bills nice and safe at home. Okay, look at the unit composition. Avely sitting on 19 archers, 14 royal knights. His number just jumped up. No arbitrier yet. I was wondering if Numudan might put some man-at-arms in this composition, but it's still just been a longbow and spearman with 7 crossbows as well. So, continuing to turtle well. At this point, really could be anyone's game. You can look at the destruction value and see Avely has gotten more value in his raids and his military trades, etc. But English is very good when backed into corner, so I would not underestimate their ability to overcome even that small villager deficit we see. Siege Workshop has been built up by Numudan. Maybe going to go for a mangonel to deal with the French archers, because if you can neutralize those, it would help him quite a bit. And we see Avely starting to burn down that wall, looking to attack the expansion. Kind of again, we've got forward farms for both players. Longbows come in, they're going to push those French units back. Nothing else really going on here. Got some text coming in right now. The enlistment incentives, which reduces unit costs around the keep right here. So see this? All of these archers and cav units are going to be cheaper because of this unique French upgrade here. Or it's not an upgrade, but it's just a bonus they get when built around the keep influence. And then he was upgrading it here at the Royal Institute. So most of the time you're going to see French going for that Royal Institute when they go into the Castle Age. Numudan's got his farming set up, and for English, boy, they have the best farming in the game. Take a look at that. Basically, with each age, it's going to scale up. So they're in the Castle Age right now. He's going to get 25% harvest rate bonus at his mill. Now, he could also get his Agriculture, which I think we might see him get here soon. On the south side, we've got, looks like, knights attacking that wall. At the same time, a rate of just, what, like one knight? Here on the villager line, even having spearmen to defend, and he does not give up that they're there. He's just running around kicking ass, but looks like Numudan was able to knock him out. Okay, Numudan's got his spearmen. Ooh, a nice trade. Did he get 2 knights? That one gets away. Almost got 2 of them there. 2 sacred sites. Well, he's not grabbing that middle one. I guess he grabbed this relic. Right now, this will be his 4th relic. Have 4 relics. French really hunkering down here. Hope Numudan's got a plan here, because it feels like Avely's just going to take all of the map as he already has. I mean, he's got gold. At least he's got a gold for now, but into the later stage of the game, those large gold veins could be very important. It'd be interesting to see if Avely maybe walls his side of the map, tries to drop some keeps here just to like deny these gold expansions. This would be a good spot to press. And especially now that there's a mangonel here, like trying to fight through that wall, he can just go around it because Numudan hasn't finished it over here. Avely charging in. That's definitely not enough spearmen to deal with it. He charges in and he's going to A move on that. He is going for those villagers. Oh my gosh, the attack move comes in. They did not get any hits off. There we go. Villagers going down every time he does this. He's going to run through. Doesn't. I thought he might engage the spearmen, but he's just focusing on getting Vil kills. If he can keep his economy ahead, it'll be great. And he just nukes that tower. There's more villagers he could grab. Does he see them? Not sure if he does. Numudan, I don't think has passed. Well, he passed his side of the map like 1 time in the feudal age, but other than that, he's been sitting in base. Villagers getting completely nuked once again, and he's just going to run away. Those crossbows chasing, but the damage has been done. You would kind of think, with the fact that he doesn't have walls here, his army might have been in better positioning, but I think it was like all those attacks on the walls here and the walls here that kind of was distracting Numudan and forcing him to move up to the front. Now that he has these stone walls, he can pull his troops back, but look at this, Avely pushing on this side as the knights are probably just going to loop back around and come for a victory lap around the farms. I would not be surprised as we see Avely with 3 mangonels pushing through. It looks like Ram and Q as well. Don't see any springalds from Numudan, and Numudan might be in some danger. Somebody call the ambulance, because Avely is like running. We see the rest of the knights circling mid-map. I thought they might go for flank, but looks like he might just join up with his main forces. Archers and Arbitrary, of course, going to be trading well against this all squishy army, pretty much. Once those knights get here, he's really going to be in a good spot. Now, he is giving Avely a little bit of time to get springalds, and we see a springold being trained right now, but he is actually... he is pop-capped. Both players are pop-capped. So this could play to Avely's advantage. Okay, I think this could be a big fight. Oh, look at that. This is kind of what I thought might happen. A keep being dropped on the side to deny gold. You just wonder, will he spot this? That's 15 villagers running out there. While a fight's going on, it is possible Numudan might not spot it, but you don't get much through past these players a lot of times. Okay, there we go. Mangonels, he sees what his army composition is. Chasing more villagers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the villager death count rise to 33, 35. Oh my gosh. And there we go. Mangonel's pushing up. Going to try to get some shots on that French army. He does not yet see... Well, he wouldn't see this yet, but he's about to. He should be okay since he does have spearmen there to engage this. Now, Numudan panic dropping a wall. That's maybe a quick wall, you might call it. These knights kind of caught on the wrong side of the wall. But Numudan is not spotting. There we go. He sees the villagers. Can they build it fast enough? I don't think those. And those are English villagers, so they can start picking them off. Avely maybe making a costly keep drop here. Meanwhile, we've got a wolf fighting on the back line. About the only danger Avely's villagers have been in this entire game. And Avely pushing his attack on the front. Maybe this was just a distraction he needed. 9 villagers going to run away. He lost a few, but not a big deal. Villager count still pretty solid. Anything gives him more military pop. And here we go. Big fight. Archers committing. Mangonel's getting a huge shot on the French archers. We got Numudan's archers and crossbows in spread formation. We got Springald's trading blows there. Where's the French Springald? Oh, it's in there somewhere. It's right there. I can't. Oh, I didn't even see that thing. Maybe Avely did. Maybe Numudan didn't either. That Springald is incognito, and it sniped all of his siege. And just like that, this is a big problem as Avely is pushing. He has lost a good considerable amount of his knights is my only concern, and we have an English Springald coming up, probably going to take off that remaining Mangonel. And I think Avely is going to need to back up after this fight. That town center is almost dead. 26 HP, and he's going to save it. Oh, it went down. I thought he was going to villager to repair it. It went down. Okay, going to drop a keep on this front and regroup. Avely dishing out the damage, but look at actually the destruction value, because what you got to consider is he had a large number of Royal Knights that all just got nuked there. So Royal Knights going down, and now Avely is going to be pushing up with his Mangonels and probably repopping his army. Knights turning into the side, but there is an English keep protecting. Most importantly, it protect. Well, also network of citadels coming in, so most importantly, it gives attack speed. Okay, so I think we've got a little bit more of a ball game left here. Villagers positioning. Knights looking to do, oh, they're waiting. They're waiting for maybe the chop through or something. Or they're going to go around the side. Yeah, that's what's going to go on here. Okay. Well, I feel like Avely's had some good attacks, but at the same time, like, English has held on. Numudan's did a good job holding. And English, you know, they can survive a lot. They can survive a beating, that's for sure. Knights, though, going to be really annoying here on this raid. I wonder if either player will start considering the next age. We see Avely has stocked 3k gold. This looks like the type of macro I do. Makes me feel a lot better seeing the pros do it. But a lot of times they just like to strip mine. They like to just take all the gold on the map. Okay, so we've got Archer Raid taking that down. Knight chilling up at the top. He's going to heal up. Maybe go for a raid here later. Lots of units mid. And building Archer Raid is building some forward military production will help with his offensive. I wonder if he'll try to grab that relic. He potentially could actually get that, and that would be the 5th relic. That'd be crazy. Springald goes down, though. Man, he had line of sight on that? Whoa, he has a lot of line of sight. From that, I guess from that tower. Springald. Okay, Knight goes into raid, but Spearmen are there ready to meet him. And finally, Numudan is going to wall this right side of the map. Or at least he's going to try to until he gets to this keep. That is an optimistic wall, that's for sure. Very large wall segment to... now, we have 30 villagers building this wall. So think about that idle time right there, huh? And the Knight's coming to say hello. I feel like wood's going to run out. Oh my gosh, that's what's going to happen. Look, he's chopped all of that wood. We've got wood up there. But, like, that's going to be the limiting resource if this goes for a whole lot longer. Avely reaches the Imperial Age, and we're going to see some of those Age 4 techs coming in. He's going to wait to probably take any big engagements. Knight's just stopping that wall from going up for now. More villagers pulled to try to finish the wall. Knight's going to run through, and he's going to chase those for quite some time. The English army pushing up, knowing his opponent has just reached the 4th age. He's going to try to do something before those upgrades come in. Springald's taking some shots. He gets one Mangonel, but he fires back, takes out a Springald, keeps firing a Springald as well. Horseman got on top of those, and if he can take out all those Springalds, he can just keep firing away with these Mangonels, but I think he might get down to like 1 here. There we go. The villagers stopped from their wall because, oh my gosh, this is going to be a ram spam operation. Oh my gosh, you know that's what's about to happen. Unless he goes for Mangonels, I think he's about to just start yeeting rams into the base of Numudan. Not to mention, he's been just stockpiling wood. Avely ultimately holds this fight, and we've got. Yep, he's upgrading. He's aging up at the Berkshire Palace right now. So he's trying to get that up, but we've got trebuchets now over on this side. I wonder if he'll go for trebuchets here as well. See if he gets the ram upgrade. Okay, so H4 versus H3, although Numudan just now hit H4, so he can get those upgrades as well. And of course, this landmark, look at that thing. It shoots like heat-seeking missiles. Look at that thing. Trebuchet, firing away. Will there be rams is the question. Will there be rams? Okay, so Avely on 4 relics, he's currently getting his Tithe Barns upgrade, so he'll get food, wood, and stone for each of those relics he's got placed. And we're going to see those farming and range upgrades coming in. Just kind of taking his time here. I feel like he's really set up for a siege, and Numudan saw this. He kind of knows that there's some shenanigans going over here on the side, and this wall's basically been negated by these siege workshops. Numudan has got the gold up to the north. He will be soon going for this final one. Did he keep one in his base? No, that one's basically gone. Okay, we've got the trebuchet. Hitting some shots there. And he's actually almost taking that landmark out. I wonder if Numudan will try to repair it. In comes the horseman. Over on the top side, though, we got horsemen as well. Veteran horsemen. These are not elite yet. And we're going to have a French keep and an English keep. Or at least one keep going on. Meanwhile, in mid, the keep stands alone. Berkshire Palace. And it finally goes down. Now, this bought him a lot of time. But he got it pretty easily with these 2 trebuchets. They really weren't threatened throughout that. We got horsemen charging in on the backside. I don't think he's gotten biology yet from what I've seen. Here come the rams, is what I kind of thought. But he has villagers to kill them, potentially. Maybe he'll need some knights or horsemen with them. Okay, now we've got an English trebuchet firing back. Does he have his enclosures is going to be the question. No enclosures here. Okay, this is getting to be a close one. I feel like Avely is knocking on death's door here for Numudan. Numudan gets a spearman in position, but he's got archers now to protect his rams. Those rams going to go in and try to take out that keep. Horsemen going to run around. They are now elite. He upgraded them. He's also getting cannon placements for his keep, so these positions going to get even harder to run past. Numudan is in some trouble, and we've got another keep going down. How many villagers are building that? 44 villagers. Avely has a lot of villas. Look at his population. Most of his population is villagers. Villagers and siege and keeps, I guess. Just slow creeping and rams. Okay, so Avely basically is trying to cut off Numudan's wood sources. He could still go down here to the southwest, but man, I just don't see him surviving this. It looks like Avely is kind of dominating. What's interesting is looking at the destruction value. Numudan's actually had more destruction value because he's killed lots of knights and stuff. Avely just hasn't cared. Look at his resources. He's doing great. Got rams moving in, archers protecting them, knights as well. He took out one keep, going for a second one. He's going to force Numudan basically off of gold. He has no gold income right now. He's going to get on the south side where there is gold, but oh my gosh. 2 knights are waiting. Oh, that's going to feel bad. That is going to feel bad. Avely not going for the... you know, this is the playstyle this is why I lose a lot of my games, because I don't like to be patient like this. I'm like, let's do it. Let's end it. Let's attack. Let's raid. But he's like, no. He's sitting back, slowly creeping, slowly making castles, slowly making forward production, going for some raids, the horsemen there, and then backing up, just doing a little bit of eco damage. And I think that eco damage over time has really helped him out a lot. Numudan has a lot of food in the bank, and he did actually bring spearmen. Surprising he was able to stop that. I thought it might be a villager slaughter on our hands. So that is good for Numudan. Plenty of food. He just needs to get some wood and gold going on here and make some kind of offensive. And we have rams to the east side charging on in right now, taking out those towers. And he's just going to continue to raid. Oh, he's going to pick up that trebuchet for free, potentially. I think it might survive. Is he going to get it? Oh my, it's so close. Does it survive? It survives. Just barely. Okay, nice hold there for Numudan. But he's surviving. You know, Numudan's surviving while Avely is raiding and thriving and adding more and throwing more at him and adding another tower and keep and etc. etc. It would be surprising if he didn't pressure this gold mine yet next. Okay, we've got we're about 35 minutes into this one, folks. Looks like Numudan is on the ropes. What will Avely do to seal the deal? He's making more towers. Again, the patience really pays off at this level. He's just gonna bleed you dry. Numudan probably knows that his goose is cooked, but there's not much he can do. Like, he can't go for an attack. He has to hope that Avely somehow misplays so he can turn things around and get some momentum towards the other way. But Avely has a nice foothold at the front of his base. There's now a trebuchet for Numudan. Taking fire at the keep. He is also adding in a tower of his own. And look at that. Walling his opponent in. Look at that. Oh my. What the heck? This ram has almost taken out the capital towns there. Can't believe it made it that far. Kind of surprising. Okay, so we've got Avely moving up with the Springald, takes a hit there. Numudan has a lot of Springolds of his own, so he's killing these rams, killing these trebuchets, anything that might be threatening his empire, he's taking it out. But it just seems like Avely doesn't care, he just sends more rams and more rams. Makes some archers, now just adding in some hand cannoneers of his own. Springald takes fire at the archers. And meanwhile, Avely has not... Oh, look at this. He's setting up trade, actually. He still has this giant gold vein set up, but he's going to start trading right now. Rams moving in, taking out the barracks. And I feel like this is going to go on for a little while here. This has kind of been a bit of a slog. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of turbo as we're not quite out live right now so that we can see what ends up happening here. But I feel like it looks like Avely is going to overwhelm them. It's kind of looked like that for a little while now. Up on the north side, we got another ram moving in. Ram taking out the market. Gold count of Numudan, healthy, all things considered, because he has the gold down here on that south side. But then we see those knights coming in, pushing, what is that, like 50 villagers? 41 villagers off of gold. Not good. Then he finds the farms as well. Going to draw that idle time. And things not looking good with pings all over the map right now for Numudan. We've got the Rams pushing in. Looks like the French army is really starting to crumble. Man-arms for the first time this whole game. We've got some man-arms on the field. You typically see that a lot from from English, but not always in this matchup. We did see, we do have like a considerable number of man-arms now out here. Okay, so Avely continuing to fight. Springolds pushed him back, and look at that. Just when you think Avely's gonna put the game away, Numudan has kind of held him off for now. Still raids all over the place, but it just seems like he doesn't care. He just keeps going. He's the freaking Energizer Bunny. Yeah, he doesn't have the upgrades, that's for sure. And there you have it. Avely takes game number 1 of this best of 5 in the Elite Classic Qualifier. Remember, the winner of this series will go on to qualify for the main event. So we'll get into game number 2. Thanks for watching. Welcome to game number 2 of Avely versus Numudan. This is part of the Elite Classic qualifying event. Score is 1-0 in favor of Numudan of Avely right now, with the winner of this qualifying for the main event this coming weekend. So the stakes are higher than ever, and I'm sure Numudan wants to get some points on the board. Avely playing as the Chinese. Got his mill going down already with his Imperial official. And over on the other side, we've got Numudan playing as the Rus. Numa, yay, Numa, dong. And he's already placed down a hunting cabin there, getting 21 gold per minute there next to that nearby forest. And we're on the best map in all of Age of Empires 4, Dry Arabia. Oh yeah, baby, we love it. Dry Arabia is great. Avely Starting off with a little bit of scouting there to the northwest. Looks like he's found that deer patch. Of course, you want to be watching for that bounty. Who will get the most? So let's see. Numudan ran straight across. He got some sheep, but he did not find any deer. Looks like he's got his first deer patch he's working on. And then he's going to loop around and find that, well, Avely's done a good job. He's got that one. Oh, I can't believe he missed this. Look at this. His scouting pattern. He just barely missed this one. Yeah, hate to see it. Man, he might only get 80 bounty. We don't know. We'll see here. Avely gathering up some of those sheep, looking for the second deer patch. Now, he did not go for a second scout himself, which I like it. This is the Chad gamer move. Roos wants you to play right into their trap of training a second scout. But I often do the one scout and we say a little prayer, hope we get at least one deer patch. He might even go for these wolves, I would bet, as he looks for the second one. But so far, Avely has not found it either. Looks like he has his first. He's grabbing his second right now. So he could certainly scout this, would make some logical sense for his next spot to scout. So he's going to be taking a look for that. Roos versus Chinese. I feel like this isn't a matchup I have seen a ton recently. We've seen Roos a lot. I feel like I've seen China, but I don't know if I've seen this matchup specifically. China, of course, one of the best booming civilizations in the game. Roos has been, sometimes plays a boom style, sometimes plays hyper aggressive. We'll kind of see how Numudan decides to play this. Roos is also very good into the late game with their streltsy and stuff, but I think China still kind of has the upper hand. And there we go, Numudan going for that Kremlin. It's been such a popular landmark. Of course, with the Kremlin, he can spawn the Kremlin gremlins, we call them, and he can immediately go and harass the villagers of Avely. And there you see Barbican and Sun being dropped down. And I think he can get there before he, well, I don't know, can he beat him before he finishes it? I don't know how fast, if he can beat it before the Barbicans. Probably not, they won't want to show up in time. But at least he's got, at least for the Chinese, they've got something to defend against it, right? A lot of our civilizations, you basically just have to idle your villagers. So the stage is set, and it does look like, oh my gosh, Numudan just turned around. He could have had it. Avely gets both deer packs with one scout and gets a considerable number of wolves as he moved across mid-map. So we'll take a quick peek here at the bounty and see what he was able to achieve. Let's see. So we've got a total of 240 bounty. It's not the worst. Can he get that one? Oh, that's what he needed. If he could do his 250, that was exactly what he needed. So he got that tier 2 bounty. So he's probably happy about that for the Roos. And that's about your objective every game. There we go. A new age begins. We've got the Roos Kremlin out on the map. And he did, in fact, spawn those Kremlin gremlins. And they're going to be running across the map. Will they get there in time to deal some damage? Now, for you Roos players out here doing this every game, as we see, you know, this is exactly what we called was going to happen. When Season 5 launches, they are not going to allow this thing to instantly start with 2 of these militia ready to spawn. So this is going to get nerfed, because this has been pretty abusive. At least for China, they've got the Barbican to shoot at them. But for a lot of civilizations, it's basically like instant, easy, idle time. So this is actually getting changed in the next season. Okay, we've got our second landmark being dropped down. Of course, going to go for that dynasty. Currently, right now in the Tang Dynasty. You guys remember when Tang Dynasty was giant in the middle of the screen? No longer. I miss it sometimes. It was a fun meme. You know what I was thinking about last night? Like, do you remember the sound of the ding ding of the town center in the beta for Age of Empires 4? You guys know what I'm talking about. I at one time designed a website with like some JavaScript, and the only thing it could do is you just clicked the town center bell and you just could increment. And I was gonna publish it and have like a leaderboard of who has rang the town center bell the most. I should have published it. I had it done. I don't know why I didn't publish it. I probably still have it somewhere on my computer or GitHub. Okay. Avely, he has his Song Dynasty right now, so he's got that villager bonus, of course, and training bonus rather, and I'm going to be drop down a barracks. The Roos, on the other hand, this is kind of the aggressive landmark of choice. He's not going for any stone, so Probably no 2TC here, at least for the foreseeable future. So if China is doing, you know, Song Dynasty and you're not being hyper aggressive, it makes me think that Numudan could either go for, he's going for Night Harassments. He might go for some kind of like Castle Age timing, perhaps. I mean, the boar's nice, but he doesn't have any stone. So I'm kind of curious, his builder, what he's going to end up doing here. So they're going to try to raid with these knights. I feel like the knights aren't going to get a ton of value, as Avely seems to be super on the ball with his defense. We see the first gate up. Now, he would need to wall this as well, so there's still some opportunity. But there's the Barbican over here, which it does a lot of damage, right? It does 25 range damage. So when you think of like a knight here, right? It's got armor, which typically does better against like, you know, arrows and stuff. But it's still going to take damage, right? Because it's only got 3 ranged armor. So that can really pierce through it. So he's going to back up. Not going to get a whole lot of value there. He does get the boar, so that's going to be a considerable food per minute increase. And it doesn't look like Numudan's really, or Avely's really looking to harass at this moment. He's using his spearmen mostly for defense. Now, Numudan has his scouts basically positioned so he can see what is going on here. He can see what's happening. And meanwhile, we got China going for a second town center. Where will Avely drop this? Maybe potentially here? I don't know if he'll go for there, if he'll go for somewhere near the gold. We'll kind of see. But he's going to go for second town center. No doubt. Will Avely go for a second town center? No, he's adding archers. So we said, you know, is he going for a castle age or something? No, I think he is going for super aggressive age 2. So that's what we're going to see. We're going to see these militia probably called into battle at some point. He's going to get archers and knights, and he's going to try to push something. Maybe he's trying to find out where is that town center being dropped. In come those militia. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Look how much idle time those militia were able to draw. Right? He forced all of those villagers off. And that's a lot. That's very valuable. That's a lot of idle time. So some good, a good little play there by Numudan. Yeah, he loses the militia. Can he kill the Imperial official? Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to get it. That would have been massive value. But the Imperial official escapes with his life. Amazing. But Numudan, I don't think he's going to be letting up. This is going to be an all-in offensive. I call it an all-in because, well, when China's got 2 TC in the Song Dynasty and you're just like throwing units at it, like, you better make sure you've got a decisive attack. Otherwise, China's just going to laugh in your face as their eco booms into oblivion. Okay, Numudan, he is keep an eye on the wood and stone. Town center dropped, but it's already built. Maybe his goal was to try to take shots at it as it was building or something, but no chance, not today. He shows up, it's already done. Running underneath town center fire, he's going to take some shots at some villagers, trying to get some picks, but now we got Zugnu to deal with, and that's where things are going to get a little more interesting. This wood line was rather far away from his town center, so he was actually able to just kind of run around here without taking shots, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so Avely in a nice economic position. He's also got berries secured as far as his next food source. He's got some deer rather secure as well. Numudan out on the map. He is taking advantage of those boars, of course, and he does have that tier 2 bounty. But that villager count is going to grow and grow for Avely, and it really makes me wonder, what is Numudan's plan here in the long term? He could potentially slap down some rams and go for this, but yeah, we do see him actually getting his military tech, so he's gonna be planning it. Let's see if he goes for siege engineering, and that's exactly what he does. Look at that. Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do at this point? Okay, so we're gonna see some rams probably pushing in. He could hit all of his military production potentially. You're tempted a lot of times to like hit the Barbican, hit the town center, but that has a lot of HP. Okay, so Ram's going to be coming in soon. Almost completed. There we go, dropping the first one down. Back at home. Not a whole lot going on, just continuing to train more. We've got more archers, more knights, etc., etc. So he's going to make a push. Meanwhile, we got Zugnu and Spearman. So Avely, if he scouted at all, let's see, has he scouted? I would assume he got out there. His scout is chilling here right now. He might have saw that ram when it was being built or heard it. I'm not sure, but he's going to know in a second. But I just suspect like he knows this is the move. This is what's about to happen to him. So he's prepared. And we'll see how this pans out, because I think it's going to be all or nothing. He'll either get this and win, or he'll resign, because he is way behind on villagers, unless he can kill a considerable number of villagers. Okay, in comes the ram. Knights getting a good raid. Speaking of killing some villagers, nice raid there with the knights. See, villagers forced to idle. And meanwhile, here comes the rams, and this is kind of what I thought might happen. Going for the squishy buildings instead of going for the very expensive landmarks. So that barracks don't take damage, but Zugnu can actually do a considerable amount of damage to rams in enough numbers, which is kind of crazy. But Numudan does have his archers, 17 archers versus the 18 Zugnu. He loses a barracks, but we'll see how this pans out. This is probably the best case scenario for Numudan is the fact that Avely built all of his military production in the front. Because I think this would be a lot harder if he hadn't. Okay, we got Spearman tagging out a scout. Rams moving in. Now this is a key moment. If Avely loses all his military production, Numudan's army can keep growing, and he can just send another batch of rams through here. He's already lost a blacksmith, or a barracks, and a archer range. Avely has so much food in the bank too. So you hate when you're in this situation. You got all these resources and you can't spend it fast enough. So now he's learned from his mistake, going to drop some military production on the backside. But while this is going on, Rus units should be in queue, and that's probably his best bet here. Take out some villagers, a nice raid from Numudan. Really has potential here. Can China hold on will be the question. He has this deer. After that deer patch runs out, he does have his berries available, so he still has plenty of food. A lot of times if you can cut off the food, you can stop China in its track. But this is a big moment. Look at this. 25 Zugnu versus the 18 archers. Well, he's got more here, I guess. But he needs to be careful if Avely decides to push out. Knights running around. He's doing a very, very good job at raiding. You know, last game it was Avely doing all of the raids. This game, Numudan learned from Avely, and he's doing all his raids with his knights. So he's been able to pick off 12 so far. Okay, and we've got Zugnu just continuing to position to defend. More rams in production. A third ram being built right now. He might be able to pop that archer range, but there's 3 more behind. I don't think Avely is going to be too upset, and he's securing his berry bush and these 2 golds to the south side. But Numudan just has that battle sense. In comes his archers right now, and he should be able to stop that wall from going up, at least for now. There we go. He sees it. He knows what's going on. Gets that villager. Gonna bring in another set of rams. Gonna be easily able to take out that archer range as it was not healed up. Meanwhile, some spearmen going to raid maybe in the wood line. Here to actually, oh, villagers. Will Numudan spot it? He does pulls his villagers back in time, but at the same time, Avely's villagers are in trouble. This has been a crazy game. Archers pushing it. Rus really trying to put on the aggression. Takes out a villager or 2. Did he call the Kremlin gremlins? When was the last time we saw those? It might have been a minute. Takes out a few more Zugnu. Gonna kite back into the corner, but Zugnu getting a ton of value here at least. Knight's doing a good job tanking on the front part of this. A lot of villagers and spearmen chasing. Okay, and we've got the rams pushing in. Is he going to target that main town center? He is. He's going to do it. Villager count's dying. Is Numudan going to get some points on the board? Villagers pulling back to try to kill the rams. They should be able to easily kill those rams, though. And these archer counts... Ah, man. Down here on the south side. Oh, boy. That might be it. I don't know. That's going to be a big problem for Numudan, because as soon as you lose your momentum, they got you where they want you. And look at this. He's chasing these archers. They can't really take this fight. Zugnu are so strong. He defends his town center. He lost some villagers. Sure, he's lost 22 villagers, but he is still ahead by 11 villagers. Look at this. Numudan panicking says, uh-oh, I might have messed up. Going to get some stone, meaning he's trying to go to villagers now. But if he's trying to make a multi-TC transition well, this game is definitely over. I do expect him to play this out, just considering the fact that, you know, it is a tournament game. The stakes are very, very high. But as far as I'm concerned, as soon as his basically one base all-in military pressure has failed its ultimate task, I think Roos is going to be in big trouble. Not to mention, we'll start to face pressure on places like these deer. I don't think that Avely will just ultimately sit back, although he could. He could just go to the next age now. He has a lot of gold. We see the Imperial Official going around right now and collecting. Look at that. 70 gold there, 50 gold there. You know, they're just getting all those resources. Beautiful. Archers getting a little bit of raid. I definitely want to give Numudan credit for the massive amount of raiding he's done this game. He is just not let off. And playing as China can be really intimidating, fighting around the Barbican in that main town center in Zugnu. And he just kept pushing and pushing and hitting a villager there and a villager there. Of course, having knights certainly helps when you have a civilization that can actually do this. He's going to go again. Archers running through. We're going to take it back. He can maybe run down in this corner and kill a bunch of villagers, potentially. There we go. Villagers dead, 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 dead. Oh my gosh. Now, will he nuke his archers and go down here and try to kill all these villagers is what I wonder. And it looks like he might move that way. It's going to be a big move. But yeah, Avely just walks through the wall. And now Numudan has walked himself into the corner. And the Zugnu are hunting. They are hungry. 27 villagers maybe could have evened the odds. A little bit of a split there of his archers and knights. I think these might be the sacrificial archers in the corner, perhaps. He's going to keep running around. Numudan really likes to do this kind of guerrilla tactics, that's for sure, attacking from every angle. I guess a ram came in here. We just saw the explosion. Knights raiding on the western flank. There certainly hasn't been much downtime this game. He hasn't let China just get a nice easy boom. Archers in the corner getting slaughtered right now. Look at that destruction value right now for Avely. He is just clearly ahead, and now he's moving up to the castle age. Archers taking hits at those villagers. He's kept the villager count low for all things considered. But, oh yeah, there he goes. More villagers up for grabs. Maybe we could grab some of them. Knights and archers trying to do a raid. But the rest of the Zugnu are going to come back. I'm surprised Avely hasn't just, like, built this wall or something. I guess he's low on wood. Lots of gold, though. Man, oh man. Okay, so we've got Avely moving over to the west side with his army chasing after Numudan. And yeah, we got that astronomical clock tower is finished. What can Numudan do here? He did get his second town center up on the deer, all things considered. But he's looking at a late game versus China. Like, China has won the feudal age mini game of surviving. Takes out the knights, and this upgrade's going to be coming in. Numudan looks like he's trying to age up. He's saving resources. Knights coming in for a raid. But they keep doing this. He needs to leave maybe a few knights on the outside of the wall. This is going to keep happening. I need to go to, like, night raiding boot camp with Numudan. I need him to show me the way, because he has just really been on these raids this whole game. Has not missed anything. He just runs through. The APM of these players, you know, they're managing multiple armies and eco and everything. Going for stone. Is this going to be a GG keep in the face of Numudan is what I wonder. I feel like there's big potential, or he might just drop it on the big gold or in base or wherever he wants to. Numudan reaches the castle age, dropping down a siege workshop with 26 villagers building that. Really wants some siege units. Okay, well, you know, I was about to hit the turbo to see, like, you know, where does this game go, but Numudan, he don't quit. He continues to go. Many players might have tapped out when their initial offensive didn't work, but he was able to get a lot of raids in. He is down on vills, but he's still fine. He's got a lot of fight left in him, this kid. Avely getting all of this stone. Let's see what he's going to do. And just as we predicted, a keep right next to the 8k gold, more stone, and a sacred site. So what he's going to do, he's just probably going to just like keep up all of the gold. So he sets this keep, grabs that stone, puts one on this keep. You know, that's the type of stuff. You might see one on the left keep next. Like, that's what players do these days. They just put keeps to secure the resources and hope your enemy just eventually runs out when they can't afford the siege to take him down. Now, he's got 15 tickets actually there in the bank if he wants to use that. Megan now coming out. Numudan gonna start chasing that army. But I think Avely is just cooking now. He's getting ready. Starting to grab relics in addition. Okay. We've got a monk grabbing the relic right now in the mid. Gonna bring that back home. That one's gonna try to, but it's gonna get picked up by Numudan's trolling archers. And yep, they're gonna go for that stone. Okay, chat, what do you think? Is he gonna put his next keep on the north gold or the west gold? That's my guess. I guess he could put one in the middle if he really wants to be safe. I'm thinking maybe the western gold, because he can put one here and then get that stone. Leapfrog the stone, right? That's what you do. Chinese keeps are one of the most terrifying things in the game. Okay, Numudan. Behind on villagers by a considerable amount. You can see the resources per minute here across the top. No food coming in for Avely right now. Is he making a farm transition, or he ate all the berries? Yeah, he is out of food. Completely. 0 food per minute. A little bit of maybe an oversight as he was gathering his resources, doing all those things, and maybe just kind of forgot about that. There are deer here, so he is running out to that. Spearmen being chased down by archers. Less than ideal if you are a spearman. Okay, Numudan trying to wall up. Can he stop the spearman? He's not going to be fast enough. The spearmen are going to get through just barely. Okay, all that stone has been gathered. It looks like Avely has held on to it for now. Where will he drop it? And there it is! If you had Western Gold Vein for 5,000, you're right. There it is. Surprised he didn't put it right here. Only building this with 4 villagers. But, there you have it. The keeps are set. The stage. Numudan is entering into an imperial war with China. You know what everybody says. Don't get into a land war with China. Numudan just kind of chilling in his base now. I'd be sweating. I'd be nervous. You know, it's about to be bad news. Wait till you see that Great Wall gatehouse built like right here. Something like that. Could happen. It could happen to you. Mangonel's just chilling there in the base. No, he's making another warrior monk. Oh man. Now is the beauty where, since we are watching a wreck, we can hit it with a little bit of turbo time as the players grab all of the relics and sacred sites and build more keeps and chill. Soon we're gonna have a battle here in mid, probably somewhere like this. I don't know. I don't know what the move is. I think we're just gonna see him age up now. I don't know if they're gonna actually fight this thing out here in this age. I'm gonna give you more turbo. Palace guards gonna run back. Here we go. Oh, we got a little battle on our hands. Are they gonna fight? Okay, hold on. Let's see what's going on down here. Knights chasing the villagers. He was trying to build the Imperial Palace to get vision like all the way into his base. Greedy China players. Oh my gosh. Knights catch him and stop him from getting it as he grabs the final sacred site. 10 minutes. That will be a sacred victory for Avely. Will he drop keeps on the remaining sacred sites? And again, Numudan knows this is going on. He's gonna, man, just shred some of these villagers, but trying to build so fast. They don't care. He's got villagers to spare, and now he has his Imperial Palace. Let's look at the line of sight there for Avely. There you have it. He can see all the way there. He can see all the villagers. Oh, good night. He can see essentially all of his gold, with the exception of this northern one, I guess. Ooh, Avely going in with a Palace Guard raid. Oh man, if we give them +1 turbo, they'll really be fast. Here we go. Ready? Oh boy. They're turboing. Turbo! Hit the NOS. Avely is just flooding in right now. He is having fun, having a good time. We got horsemen running around, man-at-arms running around. What can Numudan do to stop it? What can he do? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh, Avely's gonna build a stone wall around this. He's gonna go for that sacred victory, I think. Might be the move if he doesn't whittle down his economy. Man, this is just like prime spot to send palace guards. But Numudan stops it, halts the invasion. Starting to move up. But I don't think he can go far enough. Avely is cooking. Great Wall Gatehouse, where is that thing? Is he putting it on Sacred Site? Keep there. Oh, that's, I thought he was gonna wall it in, yeah. So he's gotta keep on every Sacred Site, essentially. This is a bonus keep. Great Wall Gatehouse. You know what could be interesting? I never thought about this. What if there was a keep limit? What if you could only build so many of them? That would be interesting. Like if you weren't able to build, you know, 4 or 5 keeps, I wonder what it would be like. I mean, there's the limited amount of stone on the map. That's the limiter, I guess. Okay, Avely and H4 are going to take this fight now. And his upgrade's still coming in. He hasn't finished a few of these, but he doesn't care. He takes the fight. Maybe a little bit early. But Numudan reaches the 4th age as well. Next to be, he's firing off on those archers. Knights appear to be out of position. Avely just trying to cause some damage and buy some time. He will win this game in 5 minutes, so he doesn't need to win a fight. He just needs to knock the army down, get him to back up, be on the ropes. And horsemen gonna run in. We have fire lanterns, in fact. Those are not horsemen. Watch out, they got fire. All prepped for the 4th of July. And look at this, Avely staging up on the front line, ready to go. He's going to be walling into the sacred sites, so this is his victory condition. Clearly, he wants to go for this. Numudan's going to have to make a push here soon. You don't want to wait until it's the final few minutes to try to get the sacred site. Avely pokes in and he backs up, pokes in and he backs up, runs around the side. We got, you know, 1 palace guard in the back line, and look at that. This Chad, he's just swinging away. Oh my, oh gosh. Wow. That's brutal. Oh, down he goes. Numudan charging after the palace guards. They're so fast. They are so speedy. Look at that. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Okay, I feel like that bombard is because his goal is to go attack one of these sacred sites. But the archers! Uh-oh! I don't know if it's a misclick or they're out of position. Look at that. They're like basically outrunning the knights. Oh my gosh. You hate to see it. Wow. They're so fast. Speedy boys. Sacred site timer, 4 minutes. Numudan needs to do something. Yeah, look at the villager kills. 50 villager kills. This is his revenge. This is the revenge for earlier. Those villager kills are starting to climb. On both sides, there's been a lot of villagers dead. Can he reach 51? Can they match? Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh. That should not be illegal. Where are they going? I don't know. Palace guards, they just want to party. Girls just want to have fun, you know? Slice. He's matched it before your very eyes. 51 to 51. Villagers getting slaughtered. More palace guards coming in. You know, I think these palace guards might be sponsored by Red Bull because they surely have wings with how fast they're running. And with that, Numudan taps out in game number 2 of the Elite Classic Best of 5 qualifier. The winner of the series goes on And now we're heading to match point. Let's see, will Avely put this series away, or will Numudan get some points on the board? Find out the next one. Let's head to game 3. Welcome to game number 3 of Numudan versus Avely. This is part of the Elite Classic Qualifier. And, well, let's update our score. We've got Avely just about ready to put this one away. He's got 2 points on the board. Look at that. Updating in real time. Production as you wait. And if he can clutch this one, he will advance to the main event this coming weekend, starting on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in to EGC TV, where they will be hosting this wonderful tournament, and we'll have great casters, fun that the whole family can enjoy. Avely, look at this! Talk about the budget mining camp. He's got it between the gold and the stone. Oh, wow. The matchup, the Civ matchup, we've got Avely playing as the Abbasid, one of the most noble, majestic, best civilizations you can pick in the entire game. Facts. Fact check that one. Numudan playing as the dreaded HRE. Dun, dun, dun. Strong in just about every single situation. We've got HRE on a map where he's got a gigantic gold vein in his base. He's got deer next to his base. He's got sheep and berries. He is set up, ready to party. Can he win, though? Numudan has not been able to get any points against Avely so far. And in case you haven't seen mountain clearing before, it's just like giant, wide open. It's a wide open map, but it's like closer in. You see there's like these mountains on the corner, so the players aren't far from each other. Personally, as much as I love Abbasid, I don't like playing Abbasid on this map because it's a little scary for me, because you need like some time to get your eco boom. You want some room between me and you, typically. So I don't like being backed in the corner with one landmark on this map. Not to mention there's no trade. Coming out to your like berry expansions, they're in the middle of the map. So it's just not my favorite as Abbasid, personally. But we'll see how he plays this. Maybe he'll go super aggressive versus HRE, which is a play that I enjoy doing a lot of times. But there we go. Chapel on the back. Oh my gosh. Talk about why HRE is so good here. Look at this. He's going to have the stone, gold, sheep, and wood all underneath this Chapel. This is an amazing Chapel spot. Roland, thank you so much for the 100 bits for the Abbasid. Thank you. Thank you. There's a man who puts his money where his mouth is. He knows how to support a good civilization. Thank you. How you doing? I'm hoping to upload this whole series to YouTube. I usually do them as separate games, but people don't always watch those when I do like entire tournament series. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I likely have clipped them all together as one giant series with some timestamps down below. So let me know what you think about this format, if you've watched this far or if you have watched all the games this far, because it's an experiment. It's definitely an experiment. I'm looking forward to Season 5, guys. I don't know about you. I just learned that apparently, they said in the patch that the observer mode in the main menu has been updated to like show more of the games. Supposedly, it is rumored that I will be able to find any ranked ladder game that I want when it's happening live. And if that is true, we're going to be casting new live ladder games every day. It's going to be great. I'm hoping that's true. We will see. Please, Relic, make my dreams come true. Okay, Numudan, he has put down the Chapel. He's getting his stone, so this is certainly going to be a 2 TC expansion. Now, what I wonder is, okay, Avely is going for a second town center himself. He is going to the economic wing. Sometimes you can see military wing in like one base all-in type craziness, especially on this map, but Avely's going to take his time, going for that 2 TC. I love that he's been able to get a lot of value out of this one mining camp. There we go. Avely's now in the second age. Immediately going to grab his Fertile Crescent. No fresh foodstuffs yet. Wait, did he get... no, he didn't. So he just gathered enough gold for the Fertile Crescent. So very interesting. He just grabbed the 75 gold, did not get the additional 125. So he'll get that later on. So he's going to get that second TC first. So that's what you're going to see here. 2 TCs. He'll have cheaper villagers eventually. Where might he drop that TC? I could see him just putting it like right. There you go. No mystery. Right smack dab there in the back line. Going to protect all of his villagers. Also going to add up towards the a golden age, which likely he will focus next. Of course, that fertile crescent makes his houses cheaper as well. 37 wood, so he can just put down a few buildings now, get that golden age if he wants to. On the other side, Numudan dropping his town center nearby his gold. Both players just taking their time, letting each other get their town centers up. You can actually get some kind of crazy flanks sometimes around the back of these. Once the chop throughs really start to happen, you can get some crazy stuff, but don't know if any of that'll happen. A barracks coming down from Numudan. Will this be spearmen or will it be man at arms? Now for the HRE, by the way, if we didn't talk about like all the cool things in your base, what's another thing that's nice to have close to your base in your HRE? Oh, 2 pocket relics. Okay, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I've had HRE nab one of my relics and then still get all of these ones. It's, I hate when it happens. Okay, so there we go. He's slapping down his houses because he's going to slap down into the golden age, baby. He's almost there. You know what's actually funny? Since he only built 1 mining camp, he gets to build probably extra houses to get his golden age. Typically, you have 2 mining camps when you've gone for stone. But there you go. Golden age is reached just about the 6-minute mark. 2 TC golden age. Also now probably working towards those fresh foodstuffs. And we'll see what happens here next. Will he head towards an age up? Will he add in some military buildings? We'll have to see. Avely probably pretty excited, thinking, man, if I could win this one, I can call my mom and say, Mom, I made it. I'm in the Elite Classic main event. And she'll say, what is that? I tell my parents I do like casting on the weekends. I'll be like, I can't do it. I'm casting. They're like, what? They don't understand when I'm like casting for like 7 hours. That it's like, it's a whole day thing. And then I'm just wiped out afterwards, typically. What's up, Stan? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here, all Twitch chat. Okay, so we've got, a 3rd TC for Avely. The real question is, will he go for 4 TCs? I don't think so. I think this is going to be a 3 TC operation. He's got his deer pushed in too, so that's very nice. Juicy spot as well. Stone, gold. He's got his deer there. Man, maybe I do need to start playing Abbasid on this map. Maybe I've been getting it wrong. I'm always terrified of like English and Roost on this map and all this craziness. Thank you to Stan Halen 420 for cheering 420 poggers in the chat. Appreciate all your support. You know, guys, I debated keeping this a secret, but I think I might need your help with this. I am debating hosting an actual Fitz tournament because I've never done one before. And I was thinking about doing a FitzPire Wars one, where, you know, the FFA Empire Wars that we've been doing on the pup. I've been thinking about doing like an official event, have like an invitational. It could be fun. I don't know. It could be fun. I've been thinking about it. Never been done before. FFA Empire Wars, but I might need your help getting some kind of prize pool together or something. But could be fun. I don't know. Let me know if it's something you would like to see. 2 archer ranges and a barracks. I mean, we've had fun playing on Coastal with just like, you know, me and the community and the scrubs in chat or whatever. I mean, all of the Conqueror 3s in chat. But imagine seeing like Salami and Marine Lord and Beastie Cutie and some of the big boys duking it out on the island and be having to deal with the craziness. Could be fun. Could be fun. Okay, so we got our farming set it up here with the chapel, and now we have a Regnus Cathedral right between 2 relics. A great spot for it. A great spot. Okay, so since it appears that both these guys are just pretty much booming, it doesn't appear that there's really much military pressure going on here. Let's give it a little turbo. See if this camel gets anything there. He gets shots, but Camel, he doesn't have ranged armor. He's going to back up there. Yeah, no. Camel can't just dive underneath the town center. Okay, another camel. He's trying to prevent the relics. God bless him, you know. It's a noble attempt, but good luck. Good luck. Look at this. He's like, he's gonna, I swear if he gets one of these, camel goes down. Yeah, see, he can't. He got some spearmen. Oh, we knew that was gonna happen. And what hurts about this, okay, he killed 2 spearmen and 1 villager. He's gonna lose 3 camels. Let's look at the price of a camel here, folks. Oh, 180 food, 60 wood. Was it worth it? That's only for you and the camel to decide. For the camel, probably wasn't worth it. Rest in peace, Mr. Camel. Okay, there is a second relic there whenever the lazy prelate decides to get out of the town center. Avely's still in the second age. Not aging up yet. Looks like it's going to be camel archers. He's really investing in the camel archers. Now, camel archers are getting a little bit of an upgrade in the next patch. They are going to they're going to be easier to kite with because their attack animation is not going to be stupid anymore. It's going to be great. Thank you for the follow, Lou the Z. And there we go. We got the outpost. This is textbook HRE behavior right here. Look at this. He's like, I'm gonna live on this corner of the map. Look, that's less than a fourth of the map here. He's gonna just exist. No trade though, but whatever. He got relics. Okay, Avely. He's like, okay, I got my camels. I'm heading to the big leagues. He's trying to win this game. Match point, baby. What can he do? Camels moving in. Can they get a shot off? Camel under heat, taking pressure. Arrows in the back of the camel's leg. Escapes. Aging up with the culture wing in another minute and 45 seconds. Doesn't look like Numudan's quite ready to push out yet, though. He's just kind of turtling up. I don't know. I definitely feel like this is gonna get scary for the opposite here soon, because HRE's having a good time back here. He's having a party. A turtley party. Look at this. He's getting his mid-map berries. Deer up for grabs as well. Gonna put a tower down. This is kind of what I mentioned at the top of the game. When you're playing Avocet in this map, your second berries expansion isn't like right here. It's like right in the middle of the dang map. It's got a lot of idle villagers there, actually. A little bit of an awkward time as he's trying to gather this resource before he hits the next age. I don't know if he even realizes all these villagers are idle. There we go. He's got him. He's going to go to the next berry expansion. Okay. So, yeah, you can even delete those and get more farms in there. We've got a siege workshop already. Oh, my. Oh, my. And a keep being dropped. Avocet, watch out. Camels are so expensive, and really, up to now, hasn't been able to get a ton of value with them. Keep being dropped, but maybe, just maybe, he can grab some villagers here. He's gonna take some shots. Oh, loses a scout, loses a camel. Yikes. Another camel. Okay, so Avely, he sees the keep, he wants to stop it. There's only one sacred site, so if he grabs that sacred site, it's like king of the hill, but you're king of the mountain instead, I guess. Or of the mountain clearing, at least. Not to mention what he can, like, chain together his emergency repairs, and like, good luck taking those out. A mosque. It's a noble attempt. Okay. I feel like that's a GG keep right there, because he's going to take this sacred site and he's just going to mass up units and keeps or whatever he wants right here. I mean, that's a GG. This is king of the mountain clearing. Maybe that should be named. I feel like this map could have potential for FitzBro Wars. I definitely like the migration. I also like the volcanic island. I've been trying to think of, like, if we had like 3 maps, what would they be? Oh, look at this. Avely. Oh, you sneaky devil. He's gonna chop into his back line and build a tower or something. Look at that. Would you look at that? Crazy. Okay. Tick-tock clock is ticking down. Numudan. He's ready to change the 0 on his score. He's gonna upgrade that to be a 1 here with the sacred site. We'll see. They're trying to get the relic. Oh my gosh, he's gonna put the relic inside the keep. Don't let him do it. Oh, the horror. You know it's gonna happen. They keep spawning out religious units. Can he get it? Look at that relic. Staring it down. Meanwhile, Knight's going for a raid. Lots of idle villagers. And it's hard to transition to farms if you don't have the space for them. He does have some space for them back there, but it could be kind of a challenging map to slap farms down sometimes. He's going to go for that deer because he knows he doesn't want to go to farms yet. Relic's still up for grabs. Who will get it? They are staring that thing down. Man, look at the villager count though. Avely has lots of villagers. He also has a trebuchet. We've got our upgrades coming in right now for the keep. Gonna go after the villagers. They're gonna pull back. We also have 2 springolds, because once you have your keep, like, you don't need to make mangonels, just make springolds to kill whatever siege they're gonna have. Basically, once you have a keep, you know they're either gonna make a trebuchet or ram, and if you make a springold, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good in general. There you go. Boom. One more shot, and that trebuchet will be gone, and he's going to get that. Very minimal damage has been done to the keep, and that's, you know, an expensive investment. 400 wood, 150 gold. Golden Age 2 has been activated. Relic still up for grabs in the middle of the map. Man, what's Numudan gonna do? Another keep. Why not? What's better than 1 keep? 2 keeps. Ooh. I like how the pig oinks when you click on him. It's very quiet. Look at this. Oh my gosh. These guys are on a covert ops mission through the trees. Maybe it's a covert chops mission. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Here comes the mango. Scrolling on up. That keep is not going to get completed. Meanwhile, Avely, he's invested these resources in these anti-building siege, and that's not going to do anything against this. Another keep going up. Oh man, I can just feel the triggeredness I would have if I was playing Abbasid in this situation. Be fair, he did sit back and go 3 TC, but I don't know. This is a tough spot to be in, certainly. Losing his camels. It kind of looks like he's just giving up this fight, because there's no way he's got enough to overwhelm this. You can kind of tell. Oh, he's just trying to buy time to get his keep down? I guess to somehow get the sacred site. Maybe he's going to plant the ram on the... The ram can capture, right? Can he capture the flag with the ram? Oh, that's a new idea. Someone needs to create a capture the flag scenario, but instead of the flag, it's just a relic. Oh, man, I need to get some moderators on retainer here, or some game modders. We need to capture the relic. Okay, keep going up right now. Down on the south side, villagers still chippity choppeting. Avely was just wondering, he was so close to greatness. How could this happen to him? He is just in trouble. We've got the farms being dropped down. He's gonna probably delete some of these lumber camps maybe, but you like don't want to because it helps you with your golden age, so it's kind of awkward. Yeah. Okay, and now he has a trebuchet. Oh boy. Oh, he's gonna drop an Elsbach Palace on top of it. This is disgusting. I'm gonna have to take a shower after this game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Numudan doing Avely dirty. Ooh. Not to mention he can emergency repair these, which he has already done. Is there more stone up for grabs? Has he used all the stone already? I think he has. Whatever. He doesn't. Not like he needs any more. Okay, so we've got Numudan basically waltzing towards the victory line. He could take his sweet time. If I was Avely, I'd be like, good night. Maybe throw everything at the hill. It's not a hill, but what's he have there? 7 springolds. Man, mountain clearing is just great fun, huh? Here we go. Here comes the charge. This is gonna be it. Avely making money moves. What can he do? What can he do? Under keep pressure. Are these gonna get cannon emplacements? No, he doesn't have that at least. Rams moving in. Gonna try to take down the keep, but I've never seen an HRE keep fall to this day. He's got boiling oil. We've got veteran horsemen on the back line. Villagers pooled, trying to kill the rams, and they're doing more than trying. They are destroying the rams, not to mention the springgold warfare. The mangonels wiped out the crossbows, and this is a total destruction. Avely is just getting taken to task here by Numudan. He had his strategy for winning this game. It looks like he has stalled the sacred site, but that's only going to be temporary. Springboards continue to take out the Rams, and now Avely has to go back with his head down, ashamed. One relic still up for grabs, by the way. Imagine he should honestly relocate these relics to his keeps to the front line if he just wants to be. At least he's being fair. He's keeping the keeps back there, not going to buff up these keeps. Fair player. Okay, now that we've had that action happen, let's see how this ends, because I don't foresee Avely magically taking the sacred site, but he's gonna have one more push. Oh boy, I'm excited. Here we go. Here we go. What is the plan? Is he going for a landmark snipe? There's a landmark right there, bro. I'm not so sure about that. Not so sure about that. What is... Maybe he's trying to distract him? It's a distraction. It's all an illusion. Here comes the Rams. He needs to step on that sacred site. Oh, grab the Springolds. Oh my gosh, I swear if Avely's able to... No, he can't do this. Here it comes. Abacid choo-choo train. Jugga, 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 jugga. Let's go. Rams moving in, keeping in drop. It's his final chance. The final countdown. 1 minute and 40 seconds remains. Can Avely, he's exploding all of the mangonels and Springles in the back line, but his horseman got eaten for breakfast by the spearman. Avely's still in H3, by the way, even if somehow he did hold this. And we got the villagers just dancing on the sacred site now. That single keep staying alive, Unbelievable. Again, an utter destruction. Look at the destruction value down here. Numudan. Man, showing Avely who's his daddy. Springolds firing away. He is going to definitely hold on to the sacred site. 1 minute left to go. Pull the boys. At this point, there is no way Avely is going to be able to do anything here. He just tried to kill one sacred site, one keep. The power of emergency repairs. Never underestimate. Oh my. Oh my. I wonder how many Rams, what's the total Ram count been? Think of how much he's invested in Rams. He's just not able to touch that keep. The villagers are getting slaughtered. They're trying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just let this be over. So, I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, Numudan has got some points coming up on the board for him. He is going to be advancing to game number 4 of this best of 5. And can he pull off a remarkable reverse sweep on a player like Avely? We will see in this Elite Classic Qualifier event. I hope you've enjoyed this cast game and stick around for game number 4. Thanks for watching. Before we get into game number 4, I wanted to thank you for watching this casted series of Age of Empires 4 and help me out by subscribing to the channel if you have so far, and let me know in the comments below what you think about this format. I've never clipped together an entire series into one video with chapters before, so if it's something you like, let me know about it, or if you have an idea for a future video. And while you're at it, in that description, I've got a link to my Discord channel. You can join my Discord, grab the Age of Empires 4 role, and I've got dedicated civilization strategies for each civilization, whether you are a new player or are experienced, or if you just want to join in for some of my community free-for-all games. I would love to see you in there, and I'll definitely say hello, so make sure you get in there and get chatting. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this series. Welcome to game number 4 of Numudan versus Avely, and Numudan finally got some points on the board, 1-2. Let's see if he can do it, because Avely only needs one more win to secure his spot in this Elite Classic main event happening this coming Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in to EGC TV. Let's get into this one. Avely playing as the Abbasid Dynasty, and this didn't work out for him in the last game. He was up against the Holy Roman Empire. He lost that one on mountain clearing, but Numudan playing as the Roos here. Now, we saw a little bit of Roos. Now, hold on. Wait. Numudan, didn't he play Roos? And oh, he lost with it. That's what it is. Yeah. He played it against China, against Avely. So this is the second time Numudan has played Roos, and the second time we've seen Avely played Abbasid. So it's possible to draft a Civ twice, apparently. So that's why you're seeing a repeat civilization. So I can only imagine if they've both selected this Civ twice that they are quite comfortable with them, or they think it's one of their best ones, or it's a good suiting for this map. So Avely with the Abbasid, let's look at this. We're on Woodwall, a map that's conducive to booming, which Abbasid like to do. Of course, they've got this middle protection. Now, this isn't as thick of a wall as you'll see on like what's the one out on the whatever the terrible one, Hideout out on the main ladder. But meanwhile, over here, Avely playing the Roos, or sorry, Numudan playing as the Roos. You've got these small deer packs. Well, no, these are large deer packs. I thought those were smaller ones. This is the big chungus. So, but this is a great spot to tuck those wooden hunting cabins for the Roos. So he's able to get gold from them. So either way, this is going to be an important game for both of them. If Numudan can do this, he can tie up the series. If Avely wins, he advances. So let's get into it. Kremlin on the front line. He is clearly going to be working on chopping right here, and this will defend his wood gathering. So this will basically give him his defense for the foreseeable future. And maybe if he can chop through, he can send his Kremlin gremlins through and attack the Abbasid economy right where it hurts. Right in the kisser. We'll see. And Avely not really deviating from his last game, still going for an economic wing. So that will give him access to the Fertile Crescent for those cheaper economic buildings. And just like he did last game, I bet he's going to chop. Well, he's getting more gold than he did the previous game. So let's see what he does. Maybe he's going to go for fresh foodstuffs right away. Or perhaps even a wheelbarrow. Well, let's see what he goes for. I think maybe he'll grab 200 gold, so he has enough for Fertile Crescent and for fresh foodstuffs. To be honest, sometimes you just forget too. I've definitely been aging up and just forgot, like, oh crap, gotta move those gold bills. Okay, so Numudan, I would kind of think the Roos would want to pressure the Abbasid, so maybe this chop through is his route to do that. Of course, he can also run around the side. We've seen that before with knights and raid this wood, which is rather exposed, right? He can come and just stand right here the knight, or keep hitting this back line, force Avely to make some spearmen. So a few different options of what he can do. But let's see. Okay, Avely did gather exactly 200 gold. I think we're going to see Fertile Crescent and fresh foodstuffs right away here when he hits the feudal age in just a matter of seconds. And yeah, we have the Kremlin up. He is chopping. And let's see if he does it. He has queued up his Fertile Crescent. Will he go for the fresh foodstuffs? He could do it. And he's not going to for now. So he's going to hang on to that gold. Maybe he'll do it in a bit. So right now he's focused on training his villagers, getting that second town center down as fast as possible. So I'm going to watch his macro here because, you know, I play a lot of Abbasid myself. He's currently got, let's see if I can switch this over, 9 villagers on wood, and now he's got 7 on stone. So working on that second TC, which I could see him dropping even like right here next to the wood, or even here. I don't know. We'll see. Numudan is gathering stone himself, so I think he's going to be going for 2 TC versus the Abbasid 2 TC. No military units, exception of these Kremlin gremlins, which can run all the way over and smack you right here. I think they can make it. It's crazy. They only have a short life. They're kind of like a cicada, but they can go very far with that. Blue, 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 thank you for the follow. Appreciate your support. Okay, and we've got Avely running down to the south. He's going to be dropping that town center right there by the berries in the wood. That's what he's going to be going for. And it doesn't look like this militia are going to... Oh, he sees it. He might be able to hit him like once, but those things are going to disappear. He just needs to run around for like... he actually can bother them for like 10 seconds here. So that's what we're going to see. Meanwhile, Avely keeps getting stone, so this is going to be 3 TCs is what he's going for. And he's just now getting fresh foodstuffs now. So he'll be grabbing that. Boom, he's got it. Okay, and Avely is going to be finishing his second town center and be dropping a third one soon. I wonder if he'll put it on the wood line or if he'll just drop it close by the gold or something like that. Either of those could work. Let's see where Numudan put his second town center. He put it on the deer. Makes sense for the roof. Is there a boar on this map? Yeah, I don't see a boar. There's no boar. Huh. So no boar on this map, but you got the, look how high the camera angle is if you go all the way up here. Look at that. Imagine if we could zoom the observer out all this way and get rid of the fog. You could see the whole map. It'd be great. You can in Age of Empires 3. You can zoom like basically out to see almost the entire map. Okay, he's got the stone. He's actually overgathered on stone. Unless he's going for 4 town centers. Oh my gosh, the mad lad. He wouldn't do it, would he? That would be just crazy. There's no way he would do it. He's gonna set a town center in the middle of the map? Avely. Now, by the way, for the Abbasid, look at this. Oh my gosh. Every Abbasid player's mouth should be watering right now. Look at that freaking berry spawn. This is Abbasid heaven. Look at that. Wow. So he's going to have all the berries in the world. That's a poggers in the chat right there if you're an Abbasid main. And he's continuing to gather stone. I really... He could go for a stone wall. That could be potential. I didn't think of... Wait, no, because it's age 2. They could do it in age 3. I don't know. He must be going for 4 TCs. Crazy. He's going to do it. And we see a wall coming up for Numudan. So neither player bring up pressure. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Here comes the Gremlins, the militia. And they've got a 56 seconds left in their life. But luckily the town center's almost done. Oh, he's going to lose some villagers here. Oh, 1 goes down. 2 goes down. 3. Okay, he loses 2. But if he drops a 4th town center, it's not a big deal. This should now protect these drive-bys from happening, I guess. And they're going to run on. There are 30 seconds left on those. Okay, so Avely, with all the stone, what is he planning to do with them, huh? That's going to be a roost wall. And he's going to be able to defend against those gremlins. 1, 2, 3 town centers for Numudan. So maybe that's what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to go for a 4th TC. I mean, a lot of times, like if your opponent goes 3 TC, you go 4 TC. With the Abbasid, that's just, you can do it. Anything. The world is your oyster. Or he just straight up overgathered stone. But I'm doubtful. I'm doubtful. Because he made a conscious effort to move those guys. Oh my gosh, he's going to put it over here. Don't do it. He's going to put it right here. No, he put it right here. Right? By the deer? I think we need like a bingo board for like the placements. We could have one for like how many town centers do you think they'll do? And there could also be, you know, where do you think they'll put the town centers? Oh, I thought I was going to place there. I don't think he has the resources to do it. He's faking us out. He's not going to build a town center. I don't know. This is a boom fest, certainly. Okay, so now that both player is just sitting back, booming away, I'm going to hit that with a little turbo time. There we go. Our 4th town center. This is the largest drops of town centers we've seen so far in this tournament. 4 TCs. He had to register with the TC authority, get all the building permits, but it's all checked out good. He's got 4 TCs. Now, a knight did get through, as we've been turboing ahead just a little bit here. But Numudan has reached the next age, so let's see what is going on now. Numudan has aged up with... Where is it? There it is. High Trade House. 128 gold. I feel like it could be a little bit better here potentially, but I guess there's a lot of trees here too. 128 gold. He's also got some deer back there. And meanwhile, Avely going to just be booming up 4 TCs. Now he needs to be careful. He needs to finish these walls because Roos can start bringing some military pressure on him since he's decided to go for this 4th TC, and he wants to make sure he can keep these villagers alive at the end of the day. He's got a wall on this east side. He's trying to. That's only a scout. He decided he didn't have enough berries secured on the western front, so he needs to secure these berries too. I don't know, guys. I feel like Avely is set up for success here. He's got 4 TCs. If he gets these walls done... Now, there's a chop through pending, but I feel like he's going to be in a good spot. Abbasid is quite a beast into the later parts of the game, too. Their Unicom's just very strong with it, paired with the camels and everything. Not to mention boot camp. Okay, Avely has his wall done. And now that leaves maybe the western side. Perhaps there'll be a fight. We see a few spearmen kind of gathering up for a party. A raiding party. And he's put a lot of military production down here. Now, I think one of the games we casted early on was a salami game. And he did something similar where he put all his military production on the front, like on the middle of this this map. But then when you lose this position, you can lose all of this. So it's a gamble, certainly. And these with Abbasid, like, it's hard to take advantage of your golden age when your buildings are spread out like this, right? Because he's pretty much never going to connect that. So he's basically stuck in golden age 1 for the foreseeable future. So kind of bad, but also, I mean, whatever. He's got every single berry in the world. And there we go. Finally reaches the castle age. I'm surprised we didn't see more knights or man-at-arms or something out of Numudan to harass in this period, because it took him a long time to get up there since he went for 4 TCs. Okay, Avely, let me bring the spearman forward. Takes out a villager. So I was trying to build a wooden fortress. Man, oh man, Avely, look at the resources he has too. That's the thing with Abbasid, you're gathering while you're aging up. He has so much resources, and he's got the military production set up too. He can just start spamming units into this if he wanted to. And Numudan's going to fall behind in the villager race here. We're going to see. He has 3 TC, and he does have some wooden fortress, or some hunting cabins and everything, but yeah, it looks like he's really focused on this chop through. I mean, he could just chop through and send rams in here. Like, you can have all of the production in the world out here and be doing great, and then like 10 rams can come and just end your life. Right, that's a very real threat with Abbasid on a map like this, because all your armies could be like on the side. So he's gonna watch this. It would be in his interest actually even to build a tower here just to watch over, see what's going on. Okay. Numudan pushing in with his spearmen, but Avely's got plenty of his too. I assume he's got the phalanx upgrade. He does. And that's just so much food. Look at the food with Avely. He's just gonna go fast Imperial. Why not? He's got so many resources. Wow. Okay, and the horseman now starting to push over on the right side. Looks like they're gonna get through, and he's gonna run around and do some raiding probably, I would assume. Military wing coming out. There we have it, Avely going to age 4. He's got 4 TCs, he's aging up, and he is ready to qualify himself for this tournament. Let's see if he can put this game away, is what I wonder. We got spearmen moving on the western flank along with the keep near the gold. And horsemen are going to be running around. Wonder what upgrades he'll go for first. Let's kind of watch that as he hits the Imperial Age. He'll have to decide what upgrades he wants to get. Of course, they're rather expensive. Now, what wing did he go into the second age with? He went with the Culture wing, yeah. So he got it was a discounted age 4. Discounted age 4. The preservation of knowledge. Okay, so he's gonna be aging up. We got the horseman running around, going for a raid. Thank you for that follow, Cuddy Buddy. Now, Numudan still, I mean, he's in a good position. I'm not gonna, it's not like this is over by any means, but Abbasid is definitely set up. His eco is in such a good spot. And now that he's pushing into that 4th age right now, this is going to make this a little bit scary for Numudan. So we'll see if he reacts as he sees his opponent reach the next stage right now. Again, this is there we go. There's that tower, so he can kind of see. He'll see it as it gets close, I guess. He'll know when it happens. That horseman run through there on the right side has just been, look, this pain has been a pain because they're just running around forever. There we go. His opponent's about to hit the military wing, and then he's going to be like, oh, crap. That's always It's always not a good feeling when you're like, oh, we're gonna fight in the Castle Age, and then your opponent hits Imperial, and you're like, oh, crap. So let's see if he pushes. But really, he's had decent military production with it, too. Numudan is slapping down some walls, and I wouldn't be surprised if he just tries to age up himself now. He needs about another 1,000 food. He's got 47 villagers on food right now. Look at that, resources per minute. Horsemen continuing to run around. Boot camp upgrade coming in for the Abbasid, and it looks like he's going to be upgrading. Well, he canceled the upgrade. No, he has it still. He's going to be upgrading his spearmen. Right? Yep, elite spearmen. Now look at this. Both players are about to keep, because you just basically know, like, you know it's coming, right? You know it's going to happen. The chop through is going to happen. Both players position himself for that, so they're not going to let that rain on their parade. It shouldn't be a surprise, at the very least. Now, I wonder if he'll just start, like, pumping some rams? Or, like, what's Avely's plan to attack? It looks like Avely's going to be the one to attack. Numudan still in the 3rd age. Looks like he could age up, but he's not. He has the resources. There we go. He drops it down right now. Gonna put that mid. High armory. So he's got 1, 2, 3 landmarks here, and he's got 1 back here. Okay, so Avely, he's putting the stone wall down. Why is he doing that? Well, he's just making sure that this right side is secure, and he's going to focus his attack here on the left. So we got stone walls here in the 4th age. It is legal. Don't see him in the earlier stages, but here we are. And now he's going to get ready to do an offensive. He's got a bombard to start taking shots at that high armory coming in, and now we've got Numudan in the 4th age. Okay, so keep taking some shots at some villagers, but he really doesn't need those villagers at this point. He has, like, what, 142 villagers. Bombard gonna start working on that keep. Numudan's gonna need to answer this, or, like, go for an all-in push mid, which is something he could do. But, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Numudan's shoes right now. Avely looks upset. He doesn't like that he dropped a game. Especially after Numudan kind of did Avely dirty in that last game with the mountain clearing sacred site shenanigans. I'd imagine Avely is ready to end this series. Okay, keep's going to be going down. No way he's going to keep that alive. And now Numudan's moving up. His troops are, though, veteran. Those are veteran spearmen versus elite spearmen. There's also man-arms in the mix, not to mention hand cannons, archers, lions and tigers. Oh, my. No bears. No bears. Okay, Mangonel's getting a good shot, though. Those are a lot of unarmored units. Mangonel does well against them. Going to be moving up with that bombard. Takes down the fortified palisade gate. Oh, he backed up. Decided he didn't want... Oh, he saw the spring guards. Yeah. Did he get the roller shutters? I don't think he did yet. Needs to take out that wall. A good hold by Numudan. He got this keep up behind it. Got his spring guard, brought his troops up. And honestly, he's done a good job defending against this. But Avely says, okay. He'll force my hand. He's bringing and dropping a keep of his own. And now it's going to be a bit of a military production war as we have both players about to chop through. Can definitely consider here. That stone wall has secured his eastern flank. We see some upgrades coming in from Numudan. He's getting that siege mobility there with greased axles. Keep continues to fire away at the spearmen. Okay, so Avely has definitely said this is where I'm doing my offensive. I kept wondering if he would maybe group up some horsemen and go for a raid here on this right side, because the thing about Roos is he can't stonewall this. At any point he could bring 30 knights and come to burn all this down, right, and just run through and be crazy. He could do it. Now he's a culverin. Did his bombard stay alive? I thought he kept it alive. Maybe it died? Yeah, it must have. No, it's a lot. No, he's training one. Yeah, it died. Okay, stopping that relic from being gathered. Both players have 2 relics right now. No sacred sites. So how is he going to bust through Numudan's front line? Uh-oh, there we go. The chop through has happened. Oh my gosh, look Look at how many stables he has. Is he just gonna like go through mid with a horseman or something? He could. Both players are at full pop though. Well, Numudan isn't, he almost is. Okay, so he just continues to push through. He got some spearmen in. I think he kind of wants to throw the units away, which is why he's kind of doing this. He's trying to clear up some pop space to make some other units, probably. That's what we're seeing here. And, yeah, villagers could be a bit of danger here at that wood line. Where's the rest of the Absent army? Kind of pulling back for now. I wonder if he'll go mid. Maybe he'll just stonewall us up and go mid. Which, I mean, you don't want something crazy to happen mid, that's for sure. It's kind of looking like he's acting like he might do it. He's certainly taking his time, and you don't blame him. He doesn't want to throw this away. And both players, by the way, even on villager count, this really could be anyone's game. It's going to come down to maybe a big engagement or the positioning of the armies. And it does look like Avely's starting to break through on this eastern flank. Man, I really don't know. Where do you think that fight's going to happen? Like, it really feels like they're trying to push mid. Like, he's bringing his army back. He's walled in the side, or he's starting to wall in the side. He's pushing on this right side. The keep is going up. Elite horsemen. I don't know if he got biology yet. That keep probably is going to get completed. Meanwhile, the chopping going on. Luckily, it's not targeting villagers, I guess. Does it have the line of sight? Ah, does it? Okay. Well, here we go. They're about to clear out that wood wall. There's about to be a big fight mid. Horsemen are going to run forward. There we go. It's down. The wall is down. Storm the keep! Horsemen running in, gonna pick up some villagers. In the meantime, is that wall complete? I don't know. He can just attack it though. Okay. Well, there we go. First blood has been drawn. The great wood wall fight begins. Rams on the left side looking like they're ready to go. And actually, he's already losing some health on that keep, but villagers nearby were able to keep it alive. On the east side, horsemen advance, but they die. Shot down by the keep. He was able to secure this 8k gold vein. Avely trying to get to the walls, but unsuccessful. His bombard is actually working on that keep. Springalds aren't able to get in a position right now, it looks like, to stop him. Uh-oh. Okay, they're taking shots. Oh, they are able to get it. That bombard's gonna go down. Oh boy, again, he loses them to the Springald. Gotta kind of expect that's gonna happen. Whatever happened to that culverin he made? We must have, I guess it died in this big battle up here. He's gonna lose this keep, so Numudan saves his keep, takes down one of Avely's keep, and he takes out the bombard. Well, I said he saves his keep, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to. Well, he should be able to, he just didn't repair it. Maybe he doesn't want to? I think he'd want to. I don't know. Either way, he might be not wanting to spin the stone on it. Is like that's what I was considering. Is, you know, sometimes they want to build another keep somewhere else. Okay, left side, more rams coming out. Numudan really having fun with rams today. I'm surprised he hasn't sent any mid yet. And this is where the fighting is going to take place. Mangonuts could get some big shots here. Big volley, boom, hits those crossbows. He really wants to hit those hand cannons ideally. And honestly, the elite chem archers, they don't have ranged armor, so they take a lot of damage there. Okay. Numudan looking like he wants this. Man, this couldn't be any closer, right? Like, Avely is just a big fight away from advancing to the main event. Numudan trying to pull off a reverse sweep. Okay, horseman gonna run in. I wonder where Avely is gonna focus his attention now. It's only like a few units on this left side. Building some stone walls there. I feel like the stone wall advantage has to be massive on this map, and when you got a civ that doesn't have stone walls and your opponent's doing it, because you can just like this is will never stop. He will just keep busting through, keep raiding. keep attacking the gold. He's got the elite horseman. He could just run up here and burn this down and go run around everywhere if he wanted to. Like, imagine if he ran some horsemen in here. Big problems. Bombardment placement on that keep mid, as well as a trebuchet to take out the wooden fortress. So he's given up the bombard dream. He's now going for the calculate trebuchet. A better option to stay away from those pesky springalds. Okay, and Numudan right now. He looks like he's kind of forced those villagers away from the keep, but that keep, or at least he's forced them to idle for now. They do have a landmark that gives stone walls, but I don't think that's what he went up with. I forgot about that. You're right. Now Avely is starting to trade. Look at this. Avely is trading. Avely is trading. Man, what is a scrappy game for sure. Just about the 30-minute mark. Who will win? Big fight looks like it's brewing here in the middle. Hard to really see what's going on. I don't know if that makes it any better. Never helps when it's red versus orange either. Okay, Rams pushing in. Units typically don't just target Rams by default. So sometimes the Rams can sneak up on you a little bit. Okay, taking out some of these towers that have these upgrades. Now, he is killing the springalds. He's got one culverin, I think, sitting back here. Maybe not. Thought he had a culverin. Maybe it's the tower was shooting at the springalds. Mangonel's really putting in lots of overtime here. Ooh! Wow, lots of damage, but Avely just has so much military production here. Wow, look at all the dead camels. Oh, it's sad. Oh, no. It's looking like Numudan's advancing. He's got some man-at-arms, a lot of man-at-arms, 17 of them, taking out the culverin. Making a little bit of progress there. On the right flank, Avely using one ram to take out a keep. Numudan hasn't noticed. Oh, man, you hate to see it. Avely, by the way, has like 3k stone in the bank for a rainy day. Avely low on food, though, and if he can't get his military production going, I mean, Numudan could just start rolling this here in a second. We've joked about a reverse sweep, but it could happen. Numudan could get some points here. This would be crazy. Avely wasn't able to take out that keep on the right side. I'm surprised he hasn't just like repaired that wall. Just like at least one line defense. It'd be simple to do. Rams pushing up, taking out the military production. His target, that House of Wisdom in that town center. That's all he has to get to. That's the crazy thing about this. You don't have to go chase around a bunch of landmarks. He just needs to clear a path to the House of Wisdom. Avely knows that he's dropping a keep right in the middle of his dynasty. He's going to leave that in. He wants to protect his empire so it can age once more. Those Rams unable to pass through there because they are thick boys. Damn boy, that thick boy! Battering ram trying to push through. He's reached the inner keep. Numudan just flooding in. Rams galore. And he also has a lot of streltsy. Avely struggling to keep the food he needs. Culverin, though, going to be MVP of the day on sniping some of these Rams. Down goes the keep. Wow. Is Numudan about to do this? Oh my gosh. The Rams advance. If you've got the Ram emote, throw it in the chat. You know what to do. Because Numudan is taking Avely to Ram Ranch. The capital town center is under fire. 76 food in the bank. He does have his trade set up. Infantry, still a pretty nice mass. Streltsy and all. Oh my gosh. He takes out the capital town center. That leaves one more landmark for Avely. Can Numudan do this? Starting to take away that House of Wisdom. 1700 HP. It's going to take a while. Oh my gosh. I don't see how he can stop Numudan at this point. This is absolutely insane. Numudan just really wants to win this. Look at this Rams taking that down. Only a few more hits left in there. I don't see how he can stop it. Unbelievable. And Numudan, down 2-0 in this series, is able to cut through the wood wall and snipe Avely's House of Wisdom. Avely loses 2 games in a row with the Absent Dynasty, and this will take us to game number 5. The flank is in. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys have enjoyed this qualifier game of the Elite Classic, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Welcome to game number 5. Oh my gosh, this is something we never say. This is a best of 5, and Numudan has pulled off, so far, a reverse sweep. Absolutely crazy. The score is 2-2. The winner of this game will be advancing to the main event of the Elite Classic hosted by EGC TV. So buckle up. I'm sure we're in for a good one. Avely's English versus Numudan's Malians. Both great civilizations. I feel like Malians is one of the strongest civs in the meta right now, although some could say the same about the English as well. It'll just be a matter of how is this game executed. Avely was up 2-0 in this series, Numudan winning the last 2 games. So I'm sure Avely is a little bit rattled, and you can't help but think when you go into these series that are best of 5s, players are digging deep into their map pool. Is this a civ, you know, that both these players are confident with? I'm sure they are. They're professionals, but there's things to consider when we have series like this. Numudan opening up, of course, with his pit mine as the Malians. He's built 4 total houses. So he didn't chop the entire tree. Sometimes you can do 6 houses, but he decided to go for 4 there. So he wants to age up quickly. I'm imagining maybe going to age up, try to slap some warrior scouts over here to harass or something. Is a very popular strategy to do. Of course, warrior scouts are very good with the Malians right now. Very, very, very good. Yeah, I mean, I would be a little bit nervous if I had just lost like the last 2, hopefully. But you could say the same thing about, like, I guess Numudan was fighting for his life these last 2 games. Everything was on the line. Avely had this space, but maybe it was a matter of like he saved the English. Maybe this is one of his confident civs and he wanted to pull it out and when he's in the corner and it's all on the line, and we'll find out here. But hope you've been enjoying this qualifying event. Super fun. Most of the games were played on Sunday, but I guess this one got delayed and I randomly saw it was not being casted. So here it is. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to splice them all together. So if you're watching this on YouTube, there should be timestamps down below, and let me know if you actually watched them all. Because, man, it's very rare we get 5 games out of a best of 5. And I don't look ahead to see the results. I try not to look when I pull them up, so I'm going in it blind. Avely dropping down the council hall. He's got a rather forward gold, which as far as Malian harassment, he's going to like it. Oh, no. Oh. Both of his gold veins are forward. And that's particularly trouble when you've got a rather aggressive opponent. Malians typically play very aggressively because sometimes you be like, oh, I can just abandon this gold vein, go somewhere else. The other option's way over here. So this could be interesting if Numudan puts on a big offensive early on. I would be kind of shocked if he doesn't open with more warrior scouts here. So let's see what he's done in transition. Currently has, let's do the split like this, 3 villagers on food, 5 on wood, and then he's got the rest building the Monzaquari. I think the Monzaquari is the landmark of choice. It used to be the Sultani Trade Network. You'd see that, but this is what everyone goes for. And he's actually leaving at the last second to get some wood. And let's see what he builds first. I think he's going to go for a lumber camp, but I'm kind of curious if he'll just delay that lumber camp and build something else right now. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he's going to go for a lumber camp, it looks like, since he moved out to that wood line. Yep, there you have it. It's finished. He's now got 9 villagers on food, or just 10 on food. I always like to see what Malians do right when they hit the feudal age. It looks like he did add in some additional houses out there. It looked like he was going to build a lumber camp, and then he didn't. Very interesting. So he's continuing to stack up that wood. I think this is so he can get a stable down as fast as possible. And that's in fact what we're seeing here. Numudan has delayed his lumber camp in order to get stable as fast as possible and upgrade his scout to be a warrior scout. So you can see here Avely going for the stone. He is going for an expansion. Now let's see if he gets enough for this expansion, because this warrior scout upgrade is going to come in here. He's not going to have it yet though. Another 10 seconds. He should be able to get the stone he needs. He needs to keep chopping. There we go. But at the very least, he can harass or at least prevent an expansion on the deer or something like that. Avely gathering wood and food, as of course as you do, and he's trying to get to that second town center. He's not gonna go out there. He knows the warrior scouts are watching. So I like this fast warrior scout opening here, and now he's going to going for stone. He's gonna go for a second TC behind this. The greed is real. So basically, it's kind of similar to I would say like the Mongol tactics of you hit your opponent with some early aggression. You feign that you're really going to go for a lot of heat, or at least force them into a defensive position where they're not coming after you, and then behind that you just expand yourself. Now he did also see that Avely definitely had that stone, so maybe he just wants to match that second TC he's going to have. Okay, Avely working on that second town center, should be able to get it up. Of course, these are English villagers, they can fight back. He is trying to push some of these deer away. Looks like Avely sees that, starts to shoot some of them down himself. Here come the warrior scouts. 3 of them here, going to take out that longbow. Now 3 warrior scouts, a little harder to deal with. He's actually kind of fortunate they're chasing back, because I feel like we could have kind of stuck this a little bit here, but Avely should be able to finish this town center. He's able to take out that warrior scout. A little bit of micro from Numudan, but is unable to keep that scout alive. Of course, warrior scouts, they will heal up over time. You can see very slowly. That's kind of what makes them pretty deadly. A very unique unit. It's only Malians have a very different unit composition from everyone else in the game. Okay, his second town center is up. Numudan has just now dropped down his own second town center. Now, this second TC is very far from the main. It feels extremely exposed. I feel like Numudan can just like keep running around in here and harassing. So we'll see if we see more of that. Not to mention, Malians simply have a lot of line of sight on what you're doing. They can split their scouts up and just kind of hang out around your town center and see what's going on. Avely building a wall down the southwest side, trying to secure himself some space. It's going to be a nail biter here to the end. Numudan bringing the scouts forward, doing a little scouting around the main town center, seeing what his opponent's up to. Maybe he'll check out the stone to see if somehow he's going for a third TC, of which he is not. 2 TC is up now for Numudan. He could just follow this up with the castle age transition if he wants, because he could just like really quickly get this food now. You actually see he's getting the survival techniques, and then put a few more villagers on gold if he wants, or just let it all come in passively as he's doing. We'll see if that's what he does. Go for that Frimba or something. More walls being dropped down by Avely. So Avely investing some resources into building the walls, not to mention villagers walking around a little bit. Made a few longbows to deal with the warrior scouts. The warrior scouts continue just to run around. They're basically getting intel for the most part. But he sees what's going on there. He sees that, there's not a barracks, there's not a stable, or like basically knows like, hey, nothing's coming my way. I can do my thing for now. Okay, going to be getting wheelbarrow right now. Now it's too early to say if he's going to be going for the castle age yet. He's dropping down that mining camp, and he's got his pit mine there, so he's going to be getting all that passive gold as well. A lot of food should be coming in since that survival techniques has finished. His next deer patch right behind that in a pretty safe position. Probably be unlikely Avely to be able to reach this without some walls here or something like that. So Avely really going the turtley route here with the English. Not uncommon. But for Numudan, he's kind of got him right where he wants him, right? He's got him in his base. Happy that he's not attacking him, not poking him with any longbows. Numudan going for the little raid there with the warrior scout. Not able to gain damage there. Gonna back up. Now Avely, so only got 4 villagers on wood, which kind of indicates to me he's trying to age up. Because if he was sticking this out, I think he would be putting... Oh, hello? What are they doing? Hello? That's Avely. He's getting new batteries for his mouse, guys. Hold on, hold on. He's getting more batteries for his mouse. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully Avely didn't drop. Avely! Come back to us. Oh no. Oh no. That's a FitzBro classic move right there. The old 6 idle villager at the under the 10-minute mark. Uh-oh, Avely is extended out here with his longbow, and now the Sofa have come out to play. These aren't the measly warrior scouts anymore, and he is going to mop all of these longbows up. Oh no. Guys, this is a turning point. It doesn't seem like much. Avely lost every longbow he's trained. Meanwhile, idle villagers for quite some time, and he's gathering resources out here in the open with no military to protect them, with warrior scouts running amok. This is trouble for Avely. You can see the destruction value already. Numudan might have just secured his ticket into the Elite Classic main event, but he's got to finish this game out. It is the English we're talking about here, and they could take a few bad moves and be okay. The White Tower coming down for Avely, and when you see the White Tower, that means he knows he's in danger. This is an oh shit landmark. Please don't push me in right now. Save me, Mr. White Tower. You're my only hope. So Numudan pushing in, Avely aging up, and he sees this. Oh no, this is a disaster for Avely. Numudan should be quite pleased with this, drawing tons of idle villager time. Oh my gosh. Is Numudan going to pull off one of the greatest reverse sweeps of all time in AoE4? I don't think he's going to be able to kill these villagers. I think that landmark is going to go up. Villager count Avely is still ahead by 1. So all hope is not lost. He's going to be in the Castle Age. But Numudan certainly should be happy. Like, not to mention, like, that White Tower is not in like the best position in the world. It guards like a little bit of this. I guess it guards the passage to this corner. Might be the best thing it guards. Let me see the line of sight of that thing. But there we go. Avely, he's in the Castle Age. Numudan going to follow him up with the Farimba. Bundy's is asking, why longbow against horses? Well, while longbows are not the counter to cav, like cav definitely counter longbows. Longbows can stay in like a turtley position and like pull back to the town center or to this keep or whatever, and they can get a lot of free hits off if you micro them enough. So I think that's why he's been going here, because he can kind of stay back. But he kind of went out in the open with his longbows, which is... that was kind of crazy. Like, he knew that there was nothing but warrior scouts out there, and he advanced without the safety of any spearmen. So maybe just a little bit of a miscalculation. Numudan throwing down walls, making sure no knights sneak up on him or anything like that. Of course, Avely can instantly train knights out of this White Tower if he wants to, but doesn't look like he's opting to do that. We see a monastery going down right now, which seems like the economic option. And yeah, so Numudan has reached the next age. He's got his friend a garrison, and he's going to be training up archers. And now this is where the Malians are going to even turn on more. You can see how many villagers he has on gold. 25 villagers on gold. And he'll be putting down another pit mine here soon, I'm sure. So, even villager count. Malians versus English. This is going to come down to unit compositions, what the players are able to do with these battles. I don't think we could call this in any way right now. I would probably rather be in the Malians position, having, you know, dealt a little bit of damage to the English. He had a very good trade there early on. You can see destruction value for Avely, 672 versus 882 of Numudan. Not a whole lot, but it is a difference. So Numudan right now has this mobility. He's probably going to watch the relics, I'd imagine. So use this line of sight and see, because you can see, okay, there's crossbows, there's longbows, kind of know what's going on. And you've got Numudan down there. Numudan's down there, of course, training archers, which is going to be trade very efficiently versus crossbows if he gets in an open fight or something like that. Okay, so Avely just getting some line of sight out on the map, sees what's going on. You can see that wall actually going up. Here comes those Sofa. Does he have the upgrade for him? He is working on it. It's an they're expensive upgrades. Upgrading those Sofa ain't cheap. Okay, he's gonna go in. He should be able to get that villager for free. Maybe not. He's gonna run on by. I think maybe he just wasn't watching. Okay, loses 1, 2, 3, 4 Sofa, 3 Sofa. So that was a good trade for Avely. And just like that, Avely's back on top. He's got the probably a little bit of an advantage here. Numudan is able to grab that monk, though. Okay, so... Man, the Farimba, though, is so good. It just doesn't stop. Look at... His military count's just going to get a little crazy here. Is what's going to happen. Avely needs to be slapping down more military production and basically non-stop producing if he hopes to keep up with that Farimba. You can see he's building a blacksmith right now. Gotta get some of those upgrades. Okay, we've got crossbows and longbows moving into position. Numudan, though, has built a wall, so look, he can't. He's trying to get to the relic. He's not able to do that. In the middle, we've got Sofa taking off another priest or monk, and we've got a siege workshop. What do you think he's going to go for, rams or a trebuchet? I'm feeling rams. Think of that last game. Numudan brought the ram pain to Avely. Man, it does seem like most of these fights, though, it's like it's Numudan. And this is how the Malians were supposed, like they announced they were going to be, right? It's like, oh, a civilization that specializes in ambushes. He's like popping out of stealth forests and smacking English units all over the place. Well, that's an imam. English have a monk. Okay, Numudan's getting some line of sight. This very well could be a trebuchet, just because it is hard to fight underneath the White Tower. Sorry I bonked the microphone. Hope I didn't offend anybody. Okay, so Numudan preparing for the Malian offensive. Now I bet Avely sees this. Yeah, he knows it's coming. But what will he do against it? That's a lot of units. Look at this. He has double the unit count of Avely. Now, Avely does have the defender's advantage, and he's going to work on that network of citadels, but still not research. Going to take 22 seconds for that. And the archers, like I said, going to trade well against those crossbows. And man, he does not have a whole lot of anti-cav. Basically no anti-cav, really. He's really invested in the longbows, and Archer and Sofa seems to be a good answer to that. Here's that trebuchet. He's going to start working on that. Okay. Down goes that outpost. He's going to make another one? Yep. Okay, so landmark there. Landmark there. Landmark there. Here comes the Springald. Going to try to snipe that out, but that Springald is just going to instant die. Surprised he'd make that Springald and throw it away. There we go. It's not even going to get a shot off. Run, little Springald. He had such a short life. Trebuchet. What? A trebuchet. What's he sieging? I think Avely maybe got a little ambitious there with the trebuchet, or he hit the wrong button. Numudan bringing the pain, wiping out the archers. Avely in shambles. He's looking like he might pull off the ultimate reverse sweep. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. That's why it's unbelievable. What a game this is. Series this has been. Numudan on the ropes. Just keeps fighting back all the way to the end. Avely in massive trouble. Don't know why he's building farms on his front line as he's being pushed in. A keep is dropped. At least he did get that trebuchet up, so he's able to... He was just thinking ahead. He knew the keep was coming. That's what it was. That's what it was. Another Springald is there. How is Avely going to fix this problem? Keep taking damage. I just remembered I actually beat Avely one time on ladder. It's very rare I take any wins off of top 50 players, but I did beat Avely one time. My claim to fame. It was fair and square. Okay, Numudan running north. Yeah, what? Like these longbows ain't gonna do anything. Keep going down. Whoa, watch out. So he's repairing that thing, keeping it alive, but now there's two trebuchets. It's gonna be a little harder. He's got that scout, he's got plenty of vision, as well as the keep. I mean, just look at the population difference. 186 versus 134. He hasn't lost anything as far as his eco goes. His army just keeps growing. Avely is staying alive, that's for sure. But it's just a matter of time before Numudan just A moves. Maybe once this keep goes down. Okay. Is this the A move? He's got the poison arrows. Look at the poison coming out. Ah, the poison! The poison! Chemical warfare. Numudan playing dirty. He's got springles to protect just in case there's anything cheeky. There's only one trebuchet there. No mangonels or anything like that. Oh boy. I just hate to be an Avely shoe. Like, he had just such a... just completely dominated in those first 2 games, and then Numudan has just turned it around in this series. So crazy. You thought, okay, well, Avely's gonna come back maybe in the last game or this game. He is just, yeah, just been such a crazy matchup. Numudan gonna just keep the siege. While all these villagers are repairing, they aren't gathering resources. Meanwhile, we've got the sofa moving up, the archers moving up, the springald's moving up, and Avely's in such big trouble. I don't know how that trebuchet is still alive. It's amazing, but the longbows are going down. His army is kaput. The archers are now attacking the unarmed farmers, but they're armed with the short bows. Meanwhile, there was one tower trying to make a comeback on the back line. But, man, Numudan is just putting on a clinic on how to take care of the English. Man-arms coming out, but they're dying as fast as soon as they're spawning. And now there's veteran Musafati warriors. It's a moose party up in here. Wow. He keeps fighting. You know what's amazing? This white tower was almost dead, and it just keeps repairing. This is like the ugliness that is having a keep landmark that doesn't cost stone to repair. It's like, you just can siege it forever. He's like, whatever, you can have that. He's finally decided to quit attacking the keep and is like, okay, I'll just hit your main base, stop all your resources, and that'll be it. Right now, those villager deaths mount. Avely bleeding everywhere. Trebuchets have moved up. Is there a springald? No. Avely has a ton of gold in the bank, by the way. 1,600 gold. Now, hold on. He must have a springald because he just sniped. Oh, he does. Wait, I don't see it, but he lost. Oh, no. The tower killed it. The tower sniped the springald. This tower just continues to work. Imagine if he hadn't built the white tower. Yeah, like one more trap definitely, I think, would have paid for itself by now. And all the units have died underneath this tower. But there we go. 36 villagers killed. He is taking out the villagers, and if there's no villagers repairing it, he should be able to finish it off. Numudan pulling off the unthinkable, bringing all of his villagers forward. Going to drop a keep in the middle of the farm lines of Avely, saying, get out of my lobby. He is trying to finish this. He actually loses his mangonel to the keep and whatever that was. I don't know if that was his springald. This keep is still alive. I wonder how much damage do you think this keep has tanked? Like, imagine we had those stats. Okay, so despite incredible losses, Avely still alive. 800 food, wood in the bank, 1,700 gold. But Numudan has just planted a thermal detonator in the middle of Avely's base. How's he gonna deal with that? I was waiting for him to have like a treb over here. Just like, I got a plan for it. The White Tower stands alone. Finally goes down after an incredible siege. Numudan takes out the White Tower. That feels like it should be GG. Oh my gosh. That was the longest siege of a landmark I've ever witnessed. Numudan just looking for where there's all the... He knows the villagers ran away, and now he's just looking for them. And they don't have the safety of their town center now. Oh my gosh, the sofa. Oh. Man, oh man. with that, this tournament qualifier game closes out. Numudan pulls off an incredible reverse sweep of Avely. It started off 2-0 in Avely's favor, and then Numudan was able to get that win on mountain clearing. Then on the last one on Woodwall, finally closing it off here. Unbelievable. What a series this was. And I'm so glad I casted it because I haven't seen any 5-game series in a very long time. I hope you guys did enjoy these casted games for YouTube. Let me know if you watched all of them. You're a crazy person if you did. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for plenty more Age of Empires content. I definitely will be uploading more regularly once we get closer to the Season 5 launch. So for that, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.